sport fans watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's get straight into the episode.
Yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stun.
Before we start, I'll say something to you that I say to everyone that comes on, but I would not be saying it if it wasn't true. You're sitting here because I find you interesting. That's because you are an interesting person. I want to learn more about you, how you think, and how you feel. And I'd love to have the opportunity to be able to share this experience. So I really appreciate you coming over. Thank you for sitting down. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to be sitting down today with one of my favorite people. He's part of an amazing group of boys that I'm soon going to all have on the podcast. And the skate dogs I hold such dear to my heart, and I appreciate every single one of you. I mean, my guest today literally bought me a gift that I can't wait to show everyone on the podcast very soon on the future. But yeah, as we'll get more into it, and this is Zach Petersen.
Thanks, bro. Glad to be here.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm a little bit paranoid I haven't got this on. Let me double check. Alright, and we're back. 30 seconds in. We've already had a fucking mishap. First question I like to ask people, how do you honestly feel right now?
Oh, I'm nervous.
Yeah, good.
I'm less nervous than I thought. I was more nervous out. You've got it set up good here, dude.
Yeah, good. I find that everyone gets nervous, bro. I get nervous. Just as I'm doing the intro, I was like, oh, fuck, here's that feeling again. But, like, I think 5 minutes down the track, we'll both forget we're even doing the
Honestly,
podcast.
I sort of like having that feeling, being nervous, you know?
Me too, bro.
Something to get over.
No one's ever said that before. I love being nervous.
I like weird stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
I don't like heights or anything.
Yeah.
But, like, look down and it sort of just gives you that feeling of, like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
I sort of like it.
I like it too because it's like nerves is for me the feeling before something important's about to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like I get like nerves. I'm like, oh fuck. And when people tell me they're nervous, I'm like, yeah, it's mad, God. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I feel like the same sensation in my body when I hear like a really good song or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've just found like something I've heard is like when you're nervous, it's just your body getting you ready for something good that's about to happen. Or like, it's getting excited.
Fuck yeah, that's
nervousness
mad.
and excitement, it's sort of like the same thing.
Yeah, fuck
and
yeah.
It completely depends on your mind, which is weird.
Yeah, I get a lot of people hate it, bro. Most people hate it. You're the only person I've ever met that enjoys nerves as well, which is fucking sick. Fuck yeah. Alright, tell me, let's just fucking, well, how's your day today? We'll start with that.
Oh yeah, it was alright. You know, I was making you a little gift there.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what I was mucking around with.
Everyone, sorry to interrupt, but everyone listening, just wait for this fucking. Oh, it's the fucking best thing ever. And everyone start bringing a fucking gift. You're all lacking. Yeah,
bro.
Do you 3D print a lot of shit?
Yeah. Every day, man. I'm just making shit.
Yeah.
I love making shit.
Yeah, I know you love making shit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. 3D print all sorts of shit, man.
I haven't seen your snaps in a while of making fucking crazy shit. Start sending me some more shit, bro.
No, I've just been trying to get off the phone, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just a bit fucking, you know what it's like.
Of course I know what it's like. It's fucked, bro.
Everyone knows what it's like.
Yeah. How much did you originally pay for a 3D printer, and how much does it like consistently cost to keep using it?
Good question. So it's pretty easy to get into 3D printing. Mm-hmm. Any like $200 you can get going.
Oh yeah.
And then it depends on the sort of stuff you want to print. So if you want to print something that's just decorative, you can get a roll of filament, which is a kilo's worth for $20. Mm-hmm. That'll last you ages. Like it's a kilo's worth of plastic.
Yeah, well.
So, and then it just depends on what you want to do. You know, if you're just making decorative stuff, there's different types of printers. You can go all the way up to 10 grand from 200. But just for hobby level, it's like under $1,000, and you can have like something that'll, you know, not last forever. It's the sort of 3D print. A lot of the stuff I'm into, you've got to maintain your stuff. You know what I mean? Something breaks down. It's a lot of tinkering.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So
and
it's not really something you can just plug and play.
Yeah, and I'm assuming the more expensive it goes, that would make the stronger melts, or does it work like that?
It's more the more expensive you go, the more plug and play it's going to be. So a really expensive one is for a factory or something where just an employee can rock up. They're not changing parts. Most expensive ones, they'll send people out to replace parts.
Oh, I
and
know what you
calibrate
mean
it
with plug and
stuff.
play. I didn't know. Oh yeah, plug
But,
and play. Like something you'll fuck you out, so you'll fix it on the machine.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
If something's not printing right, I'll print something and it'll just fall off
Yeah.
halfway through the print, and it's just like it's just wasted. It's only like $3 of material, but lots of time.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
muck around, and eventually you get it good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
It's
that
cool.
It's that sort of a thing. It's just the more money you spend, the less time you're gonna waste mucking around with it, sort of thing. But
Fuck yeah. So how do you build the thing that you want to print? Is it on like CAD or like what do you?
yeah, exactly.
Is it
That's what
CAD?
I use.
Yeah.
There's different softwares you can use. Like, it depends what you're making. I make stuff for like my workshop and all that sort of thing. So I mainly use a CAD, which is good for getting precise, exact measurements.
Yeah.
But there's other 3D modeling software which people make art and you know, sculptures and stuff where it doesn't matter what size it is. It's just the proportions and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it'd be so handy, bro. Someone like you, 3D printing is fucking perfect, bro. Get fucked. I love your fucking Snapchats of all the little things you build, your little figure. You'd even make figurines out of nuts and bolts and springs and nails and shit.
yeah, I love that sort of
That was
shit, yeah.
fucking. I love that, bro. I love that kind of shit. I've never built anything like. Mind you, I don't have a welder. I don't have any of the shit to build. So I'm sure if I did, I probably would. I kind of build shit out of timber, mostly. If I need a new toolbox, it's made out of timber, bro. Yeah, it's very break-inable. Yeah, but it's sick. What about work? How's work going?
Yeah, work's alright.
Yeah?
It's been pretty good working for myself and stuff. And
Yeah, I want to say that. How long? It's been a good year. Over a year,
it's
2
been
years?
like 2 years now.
Yeah.
2 years in August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been alright. You know, getting along. It's, you know, there's a couple struggles to it, and the main thing is like, because I'm not doing a lot of contracting. I am recently.
Hang on, sorry. Fucking camera, bro. What the fuck going on with this? Alright, everyone listening, sorry. You didn't see a big break, but there was a big break. Fucking hell. But you gave me a lot of stuff to talk about, as we were saying. The first thing we're talking about content, and you were saying that you'd like to start posting content. What type of things are you interested in, like posting and shit?
Well, I make shit every day. Like, it's just, that's how I express my creativity. You know, I'm not a good drawer or anything like that. I just like making random shit, improving my life, and I don't know. I feel like I've just what's the word when you watch something just too much? Like I've binged too much content. It feels like my brain is just like, oh wait, it thinks like that already.
Yeah.
I'll just be making something and I'm just like thinking like, someone needs to know how to do it like this. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know.
You're imagining a camera angle and shit. Yeah, I feel ya. Well,
I don't know, man. It's just hard to figure out exactly what I want to do.
I think you said it to me off camera perfectly, bro. You just getting started. You'll see. You said you see the fruits of your labor. Like that's the best way to say it, because a guy that used to be my manager at one of my old companies, I came into the workshop and he had a video on the TV of himself who was watching a video of him fixing a motorbike or something, and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, I'm just rewatching an old video on YouTube of me. And I'm like, you post YouTube videos? He's like, yeah, I just started with this kind of shit, how to like fixing my car, fixing my motorbike, and now he's got this fucking, I think he'd have fucking over 10,000 subscribers doing like vlogs of travel and hunting and camping and all this shit. And he's got his drones and he'll come in with those cameras that are the anti-gravity stick ones, and he said he makes like 15, 20 grand a year just doing it on YouTube. And you get every fucking week there was packages sent to the workshop from businesses that want him to promote shit on his YouTube channel. And I was like, that's amazing, cunt. That was way before I was doing videos. But there's just so much. But the way I see it is, it's like, if you already have it in mind, just start doing it and do it as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right, dude. I've already got a couple little videos on YouTube. You know, just me making random shit or fixing something, or
yeah, I've seen it. I like your videos.
Like, they're sort of just thrown together last minute. I got to figure out some sort of format that I like. You know, like you sort of given me something to think about just watching you when we came in. You got the little 1 minute setup, and it's just like, you know, it just gets us ready, gets us going, and it's just like the format helps heaps.
Yeah,
because you know where you're gonna go.
But I didn't have this format. You know what I mean? I had to learn this format.
You gotta make it. Yeah.
Even the format now is fucking retarded. The camera's died twice. I'm like, it's gonna die again.
You learn from your mistakes
I
as
forgot
you
to
go.
charge them.
That's
You know what I mean?
100%, dude.
But I know by episode 100, I'm not gonna have any more problems. I'm getting every fucking issue out of the way.
Yeah.
You know, it's taking time.
No, you're wrong. There's gonna be issues.
yeah, true.
There's gonna be issues, without a doubt.
Yeah, you're
That's
definitely
what
right.
it's like, you know.
Yeah, I know. You're definitely right.
But the thing is, you're 100 episodes in. All the other issues, they're gone now.
There's
You know
no
what I mean?
issues
You
now.
figured out the issues. There's new issues. They're bigger issues, or they're smaller issues. You know, they're like a high level issue sort of thing. Like, oh, I'm not reaching
Power
enough
outage.
people, or I'm not. No, not even something like that. Like that happens once. You go out, talk to an electrician. He puts some battery back up in.
Yeah.
You know, that's easy fix. Eventually, you'll have too big of a problem in your mind. You know what I mean? There's not something you can just go and fix.
Yeah, true.
just-
Like, fuck, YouTube's giving me a fucking flag warning for reaching too many audience and not being enough political opinion.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what I mean?
like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
people coming in and trying to stop you from doing what you're doing, or there's always going to be problems, and it's just I don't know. Problem solving is just great, dude. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
it's like the thing I was saying just before we cut out. Like, nervousness is something that I like. You know what I mean? I sort of like being nervous. It's like being excited. You just can. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean when because like problem solving, I guess like that's almost like the same as being nervous, because now it's like I know what to do in that situation if it ever happens again. It's kind of like a good thing as well. When an issue comes up, it's like, right, let's tackle that so that now we can cross that out for never being an issue ever again.
Yeah, and I like fixing shit. You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
can't fix something if it didn't. There's nothing to fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm that's something I've just thought about, like the fruits of your labor. It's got me thinking, like, I'm good at fixing shit. I can just go,
I
I'm not
know
too
you
good
are.
at cars. You know, a car breaks down, I'll probably have to call someone. But
Yeah.
if something breaks, I know there's a way to fix it, and I just am so easy to go and fix it that now I've gotten past that point. You know, I'm just already good with all the tools and stuff. Now I'm like fixing little things. I'm going and I'm, you know.
A bottle cap won't screw on properly or something.
No, I
yeah.
literally like I'll be thinking like as I'm screwing the bottle, like, oh, if something went wrong, then I will fix it next time.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
That's mad.
that's like just instant in my brain. It's just like that didn't work properly. There is a right way to do it though. You know what I mean? What is that way? Especially if I'm doing something repeatedly,
Yeah.
grinding or anything like that, I'll just be grinding, and it's like, oh, I should probably do it like this.
Yeah, okay.
And you know what? That's weird. Like, as I was saying, my mind sort of just already works like someone who's making content. Like, I actually speak to someone else in my brain. I'm sort of like grinding, and I'm like telling someone else how to grind.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even though I've just learned this technique now, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is how you do it. You know what I mean? If you do it on the side and you do it like this,
Yeah.
that's how you get it done. I'm like telling myself it,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's just something in my brain that I've just
That's cool. Well, I love that theory that you're actually not the voice inside your head. Have you ever heard people say that? I've heard a quote saying, "You're not the voice inside your head. You're just an observer." You know, and it's like a one way of explaining that would be like, say the voice in your head wants to go out on the weekend, fucking get a bag, go for a pokey run, fucking, I don't know, do something stupid. You're just listening to that voice, and you're deciphering it, and you're trying to pull out the parts that you want to do, and you're like, nah, let's not do that. That's irresponsible. It's kind of like a roommate that you're like, nah, man, like, let's not do that. Let's do this instead.
I know what
And
you're saying.
it's like, I heard a podcast today, actually, and we'll get back to this because we're just talking about podcasts, but, or maybe it was yesterday. I was listening to it at some point, and Brian Callen was saying, he was saying that you can actually, people spend their whole lives trying to get in the moment and zone out and completely become present. And to do that, you have to stop being the voice in your head, and you have to actually stop being yourself. You have to become an observer of yourself.
Yeah.
And some people take it to the extent of, like, when they protest and shit, they'll like douse themselves in gasoline and light themselves on fire for a fucking movement or a religion or something. And people always think, how the fuck could that person put themselves through that? How are they not screaming and kicking and all this shit? Because they've mastered the practice of removing themselves from their own thoughts and observing what their body is doing. And I want to practice that. I'll kind of not light myself on fire, but I want to practice like just watching myself interact with people and watching myself meet people and shake hands and listening to what I say and things like that. And then I think that'd be a very interesting way to live your life, you know? I've never even thought of it.
Yeah, no, like one thing that I love is like improvisation. Like even like I love listening to people like Harry Mack and you know.
I wanted to get into Harry Mack.
Oh, dude, he is my idol. I love that guy. Apart from that, like I just love how a human brain works. Like it's so good at if it's put in a situation, it just finds the solution for you. You know what I mean? If the solution for you is to break down and cry, it gives it to you. You know what I mean? But like, depending on how you let yourself be built up over the years, like sometimes the solution is, you know, it's hard to think about. Like as I was saying with like the bottle cap thing, like I can just, if I've got an issue, I can just look at it for long enough and I know I'm going to find it. I'm going to figure it out. Like if it's like, oh, this won't screw in here, or how could I mount that up there? It's got to give it some time. It'll come to me.
It'll work itself out. Yeah. That's so cool, bro. Because I like thinking like that too. I like the way the human brain works as well. Like
give it the chance. Like I got that confidence about it. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's what it needs.
It's happened every single time.
Yeah.
You know? And when it doesn't, I don't remember it, I guess. But like if I've got a problem, I just look at it for long enough and it comes to me. You know what I mean? And now, because I'm confident that happens, it comes to even quicker. You know what I mean? It's like instantly I'm like, oh, I could do it like this. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, I probably could have done it like this. You know what I mean? I should do it like this next time.
It's like everything's like a muscle. That's the way I see it. Because like it's easy for me to use training as an example because I trained when I was a teenager. And I could see if I curled my arm enough times, not only would it not hurt the next day as much, not only would it grow, but it would get easier. And like everything was about, but that's the way the human brain works. That's the way the tongue works. I'm noticing it when I do my intro. Like I'm able to just flow it out. I don't even think about it. Even though a couple episodes ago I fucking completely forgot it.
Literally is a muscle, I guess. Your brain, like
your brain's a muscle too. But what you're training is you're training a part of that brain that no one else is training. You're training it's like cognitive ability. Theoretically, you know what I mean? Like you're training when you're screwed. Like no one else's brain is thinking like that, and it's not even the fact of screwing. It's the process in which things are being done, and everyone's got a different process in which things are being done. For me, it's like every encounter I have, it's what could I talk to this person about? What can I find out about this person? And like even when I'm like talking with you, I'm thinking of like cutting, I'm thinking of the editing, I'm thinking of like, all right, your angle, my angle, everything about it. I'm constantly thinking about my voice, my tone, your voice, your tone, and I'm just mentally preparing how to edit later. And that's not something but I do that now in normal conversation with people. Like, how do I make myself sound more interesting in a normal conversation? But that's not something that everyone's brain's doing. It's just like your brain's programmed into whatever program you want to put it in. And that's why I guess why people get fucking depressed and shit, because they're programming it wrong.
You know, as you're saying, like it's training. It's like that's what practice is. You know what I mean? The more you practice, the better you get. But like deliberately practicing, even when you're good at something, it never stops. Like you keep on getting better at something, and then if you're out of practice, it doesn't come as easily. You know what I mean?
I think at work I'm way different. Like I'm aware that not everything I'm doing is 100% perfection. Like, just say I'm grinding, just say you, for example, like you, I'm aware of the fact that like, am I grinding as efficiently as possible? But it's like, I'm already doing it, and it's like, I don't have that part of me that's taken over myself and being like, let's make this better. Most of the time when I'm working, I'm in autopilot. I'm just doing things I've done a million times. Not thinking. I'm just fucking... The only thing I'm thinking about is fucking pulling my vape out and having a puff the whole time. You know?
Yeah, no, that's sort of something like the autopilot in my brain, because I try to do that all the time on purpose, deliberately. It does it for me.
That's your autopilot.
In my autopilot, I'm doing it, and it just automatically my brain. And now, sometimes I can be the observer and I notice it while it's happening. Like, I'm just like, wow, like, I'm just talking to myself.
That's inspiring for me, bro, because I want to start doing that more. Because my autopilot's just been learning, it's my autopilot was trying, you know what I mean? And now that I've tried, I've figured it out, and now my autopilot is probably figuring out something new that's a completely separate task. That's probably what I'm doing while I'm working. Like, in the beginning, it'd be like, how do I pipe this up? And now, while I'm automatically piping something up, I'm not working out if I'm doing it the best way I could possibly be doing it. I'm working out what's the next step after this that I'm trying to do. That's my autopilot.
Yeah.
But I want to take a step back, and I'm going to fucking focus on what's happening in the present, and I'm going to try and observe that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird to think about your brain, like, be the observer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like your brain, or at least my brain, that's something I've come to grips with, like, no one's brains are the same, you know? The older you get, the more you realise that. Like, the younger I was, the more I thought, like, you just got to get over it. But that's not how some people's brains work.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, I feel like my brain has channels. Like, I can tap into the observer at any time. I'm sort of doing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I can have a channel here and it's thinking this, and I can have a channel here thinking this, and it's just like, I don't know. Well, that's always how I've thought about my brain, just like it's got channels of information, and I can just tap in and look at it as well and keep going.
Yeah, I think that too. I think that could also be what the definition of conscious and subconscious and sub-subconscious could be. It could be like the observer could be the subconscious. You could be tapping into that same word used to describe the same feeling that people say.
Yeah.
Like then your deeper subconscious would be things like your blood pumping through your body and your heart beating and your lungs going, you're blinking and shit. But your observer could be the person, could be the version of you that is trying to figure out what to do next. And it's there must be even there must be even forwarder versions of you that's fucking constantly fucking worrying about shit all the time, but you're fucking past that point. There's no need for a human to be in that realm.
Yeah.
Let's fucking put him back a couple stages, you know?
Sort of like what I was saying. That's the reason I love improvised stuff, like, because that's how your brain works as well. Like, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
Like, just some stuff good just comes from nowhere. Like, even stuff that's pre-planned. I love rap and stuff. Freestyle rap. It's just coming straight off the dome. Sometimes it sounds stupid, doesn't make sense, and they just find something golden, and it's like, wow, that just came straight off the dome. But that's the same thing as writing. Yeah. Like, you're just freestyling, and you get to go back.
That is freestyling.
It's cool. Like, your brain's just where do thoughts come from and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just...
That's the question that I'm stuck on, bro. I can't figure
something
that
that
out.
I think about, and like, I don't believe it. We've had conversations about religion and all that stuff. I think you pretty much know, like, I'm someone that I don't really believe in things. I just listen,
man,
you know. But science man. But like, there's this concept called Athena.
Yeah, I think I've heard of this, but I want to be known again. Yeah.
Like, or I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's basically, back in the day in the Romans, they believe that's where thoughts come from. There's a god named Athena, and she gifts you your thoughts. And she's constantly watching you. And I feel like when I sit there and I look at a problem for ages, Athena actually does give me stuff. Like, she actually goes, I've seen that you put this effort in. Here's the idea. Oh, yeah. And I don't know. I don't believe in it. Yeah. Obviously, like, there's something to it. Yeah. Like, it's just a very well-made story that explains the complicated shit that's going on.
Well, that's the beautiful part about religion that I've learned as I've grown up a bit further. Even though I'm gonna figure out a lot more than I already do now, I'm probably gonna write everything I know off, to be honest, in the next 5 years. But that's all religions are. It's just, and now, because I try and write out what is God as much as I can. If I'm not literally writing it, I'm thinking it, and I think it's a way of describing an internal / existential feeling that everyone has. Everyone's sharing one feeling, and that feeling is God. You know what I mean? It's like, God loves you. God's always looking out for you. God's this, God's that. Like, that comes from a part of you that isn't you, that I'm sharing with you, and now you have it from me, and I have it from you.
Yeah.
It's a communal based human and maybe even life form shared feeling, bro.
And it's like it's
And-
not
and
true,
so-
but
that's
that's how
why
it
it is
works.
true. Yeah. But that's
how it works.
But that's actually
It's like
that's actually what truth
manifesting,
is.
you know, manifesting, it doesn't make any sense. Sitting there thinking about what you want. I want $1 million. You're not going to get $1 million that way. But like it
But that's
actually
how
will.
but that's how you get
It
it.
actually will. Like
Yeah.
if you're constantly
Yeah.
thinking like, how can I make $1 million?
Yeah.
Your brain's going to give you an idea, and if
Yeah.
you keep following through,
Yeah.
you may very well, especially if it's your goal. You know what I mean? Like, that's how the brain works.
Well, that's what
And
I've noticed lately. Yeah.
That's how it works, and like if that's God, like, you know what I mean, that's something I just can't explain with just
The word
I can't explain anything,
it's like
but I've
the
never
human,
heard an explanation.
Yeah, it's like the human vocabulary from what we are currently at now has been. It was. I feel like when I think I'm gonna go off topic and then I'm gonna come back. I feel like the human language grew exponentially. It was just it was the vocabulary just went nuts, and we have ways to describe things in stories and metaphors beautifully done, and then everyone kind of got comfortable with it and stopped, and that's why we have all these biblical verses and we have all these religions. No religions being built since no powerful religions being built for 500 years since Muhammad, and
See
then
that? Yeah.
but
just
like
haven't kept
we haven't
improving
figured
it.
it out. You know what I mean? We've just found things that we're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And
We figured it out. Like, yeah.
But we
like,
did
we
figure
can
it
explain
out.
everything, but like now we've figured out more.
yeah, now we got science to back it up. So let's combine them. And it's like when you say manifestation, it's the same thing as the law of attraction.
Yeah,
it's the,
that's what I was
it's
talking
and it's
about.
the same thing as ask and you shall receive.
Yeah.
It's
It's actually a
different.
truth. It's just how you say it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, as you're saying, man, it's just language.
Yeah.
You're right.
And truth, like when we're saying things like that's not really true, that it's Athena who's gifting you this ability of God, like thoughts, but truth, that's what truth means. Truth is what we know
Yeah.
until proven wrong.
Yeah. I've read this book called The Laws of Human Nature.
I think I've read that book.
It's a pretty cool book. Like, it depends on how you read it, honestly. Like, I don't know. It's not the sort of book I recommend to people because some people are like narcissistic and very manipulative people. You know what I mean? But I read it, and it's got that tone, but it's sort of like trying to tell me how to not be a victim of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, like,
So it's designed
That's
for everyone's interpretation.
yeah, and a lot of the stuff in that, yeah, I guess so. But I think maybe it's more just there's no other way to say it. There's a barrier on the language. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's,
okay.
It's the laws of human nature. You know, it can't just be written down sort of thing. It's a feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And if you want to say it like straight up, like it sounds manipulative and it sounds, you know what I mean? But like it's just because that's just how you have to get that idea across.
Oh,
Otherwise, like you're falling into the laws of human nature. You're trying to make people feel better. No, you're manipulating them. You know what I mean? It's like he sort of thought about it enough that like if I write it like this, then like I'm giving people the truth. You know what I mean? Even though it's like his version or whatever.
But it can't be proven false, and it's shown it works. Even he's just it's just
not
his
like a proven
way of
thing.
it's
Nothing
his
to
way of
prove.
explaining it.
There's only, well, I guess there is proof, like there's evidence of it, and that's a lot of the thing. Like he'll tell a story about, you know, Lincoln, or one that comes straight to mind is like the court jester. You know what I mean? The court jester has to be fun and stuff, but secretly in his mind, he hates the king. You know what I mean? He's forced. He's basically a slave. You know what I mean? He's the worst type of slave. He has to be happy all the time, and if he isn't,
He gets
gone,
killed.
bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that is the worst.
he's got to have a straight face, and he's got to let his there's stories wrote from real court jesters and stuff, and he talks a little bit about it in the book. Like they actually just the best ones, they became actually the court jester. They were happy to do it. You know what I mean? They were a part of the political course. They were close to the king, you know what I mean? They were looking for the good things in it.
Oh, yeah.
And that made them the best court jester. Eventually they were second in line or something like that. And that's why we get to read their book, because the people that
the
sadly,
people before they didn't want to do the job. Yeah, I know what you mean.
but it's like, it's not a job. You know,
Yeah.
it's just the laws of human nature. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's a really good book, man.
I'll
Especially like it's
I'll
introspective.
read it again. I don't know. Now that you're explaining it, maybe I've just seen it. I haven't read it. But if anyone else wants to read it, there'll be a link in the description.
Oh yeah,
Fuck
it's,
yeah.
it's the book. Yeah, if you walk into the bookstore, it's the only one you can see. Like it's just
Yeah.
big red, massive letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no floral print on it.
That's definitely where I just seen it. I just
you've
seen it
definitely
on
seen it.
Booktopia. I did just see it. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, I want to get back to books in a minute, but like I'm just loving this this pattern of thinking. I think like it's even like when it comes to like as you were talking about religion, I noticed that this is what got my thought process started, and haven't picked up on it again for a couple months, so I want to start doing it again. But Muhammad was the next prophet, as the Quran believes, after Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ believes he wasn't a prophet, he was the son of God. Jesus Christ, in his late teens, early 20s, went and studied Buddhism, and he didn't really have the mass following before that. He did have the people, he had an amazing birth and shit, but it's not like he was Harry Potter. It's not like he came to school and everyone's like, oh my god, that's Harry Potter, he's the chosen one, this and that. He was just a normal dude who grew up into this position of son of God. And then Buddha himself was this followed, enlightened being that everyone gathered in masses. But he was actually a Hindu for his entire life until he eventually learned that the enlightenment comes from within instead of without. The Hindu religion has a previous religion before that, which I've learned it, but I forgot. And then that comes from an ancient religion, and that comes from an ancient religion, and it's like everyone is telling the same story. It's the same thing.
Even today, like every single movie that'll come out from now and that has came out, there's a book.
Yeah.
It was a book.
Yeah.
That's only a fact I've learned recently.
Yeah.
Now, whenever I hear a movie title, I'm like, was that a book? Oh, of course it was. Even if it's just some, like, The Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Or fucking...
Every
it's a
possible
book.
thing's a book, yeah.
And they're running out of books, I
Yeah,
think. Like,
I know,
I feel
they
like
are
they're
running
running
out.
out of books because, yeah, like that Bullet Train one, that was the most recent one I looked up. It was only a book written 5-10 years ago.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
they're just like, oh, it's good enough, make a movie out of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like everything, it's almost like everything happens again, isn't it? Like we're kind of running out. I heard someone say once, I'm going to pick a random number, but it's not a crazy number, like 13. There's only 13 possible movies that can ever be made, and then they have deviations. So say there was a total of like 40, but that's it. It's just the same
Yeah.
plot, same...
Yeah, it's sort of the same
characters.
idea as every single book. It's made up of just the 26 letters, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, there's only so many letters in the alphabet.
Yeah.
Like,
But
they're every single piece of text that's ever been written, from the Bible to a kid's book, you know what I mean?
Exactly right. And it's like, I don't know how deep this... I'm literally just playing off a thought that entered my mind now. I don't know how deep this would go, but maybe these stories are all this... Okay, how can I explain this? Because I know what I'm trying to say, but like... Have you ever listened to a song and thought this is about you, or watched a movie and think this is about
All
you?
the time, dude.
All the time. So yeah, good. So do I. I do too, but
I don't
just...
go like, oh yeah, they were watching me or something. But
Yeah,
like,
of
it's
course.
Like,
You can't let that battle win in your head. Like, you got to
Yeah.
ignore that.
Yeah.
That's the Truman Show.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I know exactly what you're saying, man, because it's the laws of human nature. We're all the same. We're battling the same fights. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just a rewritten story. It's my story compared to yours. But
Yeah.
like, if you broke it down, it'd be fundamentally the same thing. It's about a woman, or it's about, you know, and it's just...
Yeah, I'm gonna try and think of an example, because it's like, let's just say let's pick a movie like The Avengers, and then let's pick another movie that like Harry Potter. Completely different, but the plot is very similar when you have a team of people fighting a common enemy. And yeah, one person on their own would have been actually strong enough to beat them, like it always is in the end. But the camaraderie makes them... It's like good will always win. I guess that's the bottom line plot. Good will always win. And let's just pick another random movie. What would pop into my head? Like,
Yeah, I
That's the
think you
last
can
thing
just
I watch.
break it
Fast
down
and
even
Furious.
further. It's not even. It's a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
the story.
a story. That can be a book. It can be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really is true.
And because every movie can be looked at from the same perspective of usually overcoming an obstacle. Like usually it's born somewhat of a fucking rough beginning, sweet, overcoming a massive obstacle, victory in the end. But that is it's like when I watch a movie, I imagine it being my life. Everything that happens in the movie is a metaphor for things that I've been going through or will go through in the future.
Yeah.
Every person I speak to, I think to myself, we actually are the exact same. We are the exact same. We just have a different metaphor for our struggles. We have a different obstacle. It's like the saying, what's the saying? Like, the hardest thing you've ever been through is the hardest thing you've ever been through. Like, it doesn't matter if your wife was murdered or if you lost all your money in a casino, right? If you've never experienced either of the two, that's the hardest thing you've ever been through. That's your story. It's the same story. You know what I mean? You can't compare because it's the same
I think
thing.
it's easy to, generalize, or I don't know. It's a bit vague. If you're vague about it, everyone's the same. But like, even objects, or especially people, like, we're very complicated. Like, stuff is infinitely complex. You can look into something as much as
Infinitely.
as much as you can. You know what I mean? And you just learn and more about it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's true that like everyone's the same, but like there's so much in the parts we aren't the same. That's the golden gift. You know what I mean? Like that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the snowflake of life.
Yeah,
That's like
even though
every
everything's the
snowflake
same.
is a snowflake. It's all the same.
Yeah,
but
actually it's just snow.
Every little snowflake is different from the last.
Yeah.
There's never
You
been
can look
two
at
of
the
the
snow
same.
and be like, all these are the same, but all of them are individual.
Yeah.
But they all have the exact same story.
Yeah.
They just fell.
They all fell.
And then they went back
Some
up
went
water.
that way, some went that way, but they all landed on the ground in the end and melted.
Well, some of them didn't. Some of them might have melted first, but like,
Yeah.
it's still they still just melted.
But from
the
a
same
4D,
story,
from a 4D perspective, like, it's the same story on repeat, and that story and this is kind of fried thinking as well, but that story of the snowflake is the same story of being a human. Like, that's how deep you can go with it.
That's right.
Everything's the same. Yeah. I'm a fucking drink bottle. This drink bottle was made, it had its obstacles, it had its usage, it ended up fucking successful in the end, it got drunk, and then that was the end of it. Eventually broke down. That's my story.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy thinking, bro. I like how you think.
I like, as you said, fried thinking. I've never called it that before.
I do.
Deep thinking or something.
Yeah,
but
I call
it's fried thinking. I love fried thinking.
Yeah, fried thinking is my favourite thing to do. To be honest, I do it. I haven't even fucking been fried for. It has to be coming up to 5 years, to be honest.
You've got that muscle.
But yeah, bro, like I'm a fried guy, bro. I grew that from fucking smoking weed. Yeah. I find it hard to relate to people who reckon they've never ever smoked weed or never done drugs or anything like that. I notice that we have a different brain pattern. I notice they're very what's right in front of them kind of thinking. You know what I mean? I feel like fucking substances definitely open your mind for a
without
future.
a doubt. I think, without a doubt, like just anything, experience, anything, like they're probably looking at you like they don't know what it's like to be straight and narrow, you know what I mean? Like I don't have a temptation like that. Like you know, it's just like, but I've never done any like hard drugs or anything, smoked weed, drunk alcohol. That doesn't even count. But I think I'm sort of the opposite, I guess. I feel like I can relate to anyone. Like it's just like because we're all the same, it's the same battle. Like even people that don't smoke or don't drink or anything, full straight and narrow, they just got another coping mechanism, you know what I mean? Or
they've got like
not even
usually
a
they
coping
have like
mechanism.
they're interested in cars, or usually they're interested. And Joey, if you're listening, I'm not actually talking about you. Calm down, buddy. Love you. Thank you for the episode. But I mean, like they you're right. They have something else that they've put that brain power that I'm thinking of fried shit into something else. Like they are, and I do relate with them. I'm not going to pretend like I don't relate to them. I'm aware of the fact that we don't think similar, and I don't know if they're aware of the fact that we don't think similar. You know what I mean? From a non-egotistical, but it sounds egotistic. It's like I kind of
no, that's not
notice
egotistical. That's actually
difference.
empathetic. Like you're getting into someone else's brain.
Yeah, okay.
You know, that's how you don't say some crazy stuff. Or every mum's different, but you don't say some crazy stuff in front of an old lady compared to it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to get into someone else's mind and understand them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just a muscle as well, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's just, like people that I can't say I relate to them. I just don't have anything I want to talk to them about, you know, or something like that.
Yeah,
Like I can't have
yeah.
a fried thought with them.
Yeah.
But
I tried at the moment. My apprentice Dylan, shout out to Dylan. Like I'm always just picking his brain and seeing where he is. If you listen to Dylan, I fucking love you. You're a good apprentice. But it's like I know he hasn't done these drugs, and I'm not advocating that anyone should do them. Don't get me wrong. I'm consider myself to be lucky to have fucking been able to not be the type of person to become addicted for life or something like that, or fucking hurt myself or someone else. I'm lucky. But then like I don't know.
you're also lucky. You feel like I'm glad I had these experiences.
Yeah, it was a good fucking swim, you know.
100%.
It was a sketchy swim, but it was a good
I'm
feeling.
on the other side because I've never done any, drugs like MDMA or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And I sort of am glad I didn't. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but also I go like, oh, I've missed out a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been with them. I've been with people doing MDMA, and they're all fucking loving each other, and I can sort of get in on
Everyone's
it.
wearing that one jumper.
You
bro.
sort of get that contact high from any sort of drug, or even just excitement. Like right now, we're going back and forth. We got that podcast high.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can. Still like, I don't regret it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just how you might you don't regret taking drugs.
I don't
but
regret it, no.
You sort of do still. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want other people to have to take the drugs, but I would prefer... if drugs are legal, I would think everyone get on it.
Yeah.
Everyone get on it.
I think we just don't understand enough about it and stuff, man.
Yeah. It's just because it's illegal and it's scary, like, especially fentanyl. That, to me, is like, I will never do cocaine again. I will never do cocaine again.
Because I love my brain. You know what I mean? I love it. I love the way I think.
Yeah,
actually,
good.
like, I don't know, like, I've always been a little scared of it. Mm-hmm. But like, I also always really wanted to do it. But I've sort of put myself in a social contract with myself, like, I've never done any bad drugs. You know what I mean? Like, or stuff people would consider bad.
Yeah.
But like,
Is
it
like
bad?
is it bad?
Fentanyl is a pharmaceutical made drug. It's got its uses.
Yeah.
You know? There might be other drugs that do it better.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just the quantity of fentanyl, which is the scary thing.
It's how they're using it. Like,
Yeah. But I really do believe that like MDMA especially is a very important, powerful chemical.
Dude. Because
it's illegal, I don't think it's worth taking the risk. I've even been fucking caught with it. I've been in trouble. I can't even fucking buy a gun. I want to fucking go shooting more than anything, but I have years before I can do it just because I got caught with fentanyl.
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Bloody hell,
I should be in
dogs.
jail. Caught with MDMA.
Yeah.
But that will take 10. Like, but hearing that 7 years ago when it happened would have never stopped me from fucking getting on it. Would have never stopped me. But now, 7 years later, not taking it anymore and really wanting to fucking get into shooting, don't regret it, but I don't want anyone else to have to fucking go through that, you know?
Yeah.
It's a shit feeling.
It's not your fault. It's bloody the government's or whatever. It's other people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about that. Like, I don't like that sort of thing. Like, there's a place for it, you know?
Yeah.
Don't be giving guns to people who are, even MDMA, it depends on the user, you know?
I'm not mad.
I guess it's a good law, but, like...
Mm-hmm. I actually have court on Monday. I have to remember that because I keep forgetting. I have to go to that. I'll be in serious trouble if I don't. I have to go. Yeah. So everyone listening, this will be coming out on Monday. Call me or something. Like as soon as you hear this podcast, call me. Make sure I'm there. Yeah, I think. I was never even mad when the police fucking they called me. He's like, dude, like you're fucking this and that. I was like, Yeah, fuck, I get it. I shouldn't have lied on my fucking paperwork. And he's like, you sound pretty understanding. I'm like, oh, well, I'm kind of like impressed that you guys are checking up, doing police checks and shit. Like, good on yous.
Yeah, just doing your job.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm the one that fucking lied. I deserve
Wait,
to be
did
in
you
trouble.
write the rule? If so, I'm fucking pissed off, mate. You know what I mean? But he's got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was actually because I was so understanding and nice, he actually wrote me a good recommendation anyway. It was like, he understands he did the wrong thing. He wasn't argumentative, all this shit, and I get to go to court with that. Which I'm going to tell the judge, honestly, I didn't really know I was never allowed to shoot a gun. I didn't actually know that. I just thought, if I've ever been arrested for anything, then I have to disclose that. But I didn't consider it to have been, like, I've never been in jail.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
I'm just going to fucking try and explain it
yeah.
from the honest truth. Obviously, I'm going to manipulate it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean...
to make it sound better.
Yeah, I'm sure you got, like, legal aid or something. Like.
Yeah.
People will let you know what you can and can't say, but that's always the right thing to do, dude. Even in the worst or best situations, like, it's better to be honest with people,
100%.
honest with yourself.
Yeah. That was one of the chapters in Jordan Peterson's book 12 Rules for Life that I fucking just got through. It was tell the truth. No, it might have just been called Don't Lie.
Yeah.
It was don't lie, or at the least tell the truth. And it just talks about, like, have those hard conversations. Like, I'm good at having those hard conversations with people. I can tell someone what. It's hard because it's like, I don't know if it's what they need to hear. It's what I want to say to them, because I'm just an observer, you know what I mean? And I might be wrong, but I gotta fucking say it. Like, dude, you gotta stop drinking as much. That's fucking bad. Like, you shouldn't be fucking acting this way. You gotta treat this person differently. Like, are you alright with you're fucking wasting a lot of money? Something like that. But then there is also some situations where they're really, really important people to me. I can't fucking bring the courage to say what I want to say yet, bro. And it's like, that's lying. I've gotta fucking stop doing that. I gotta tell the truth. But just do it empathetically. Got to do it empathetically.
No, definitely.
Yeah, it's a fucking struggle.
Yeah, and it's just this is what it is, man. Like, that's life. Like, I looked at this cool thing the other night. It's like this psychology graph, and it just showed, like, the different ages, what they're capable of learning. So, like, when you're young, as a toddler, you've only got, like, spatial recognition, and you've got this, and you've got the ability to figure out whether object permanent. So if I put something behind something, that object didn't just disappear, it's just behind it.
Oh, okay. But that's like,
you're born, you don't even know that
babies
yet.
Probably don't even
Peekaboo,
have that.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Peekaboo isn't funny until they understand that.
Yeah.
And then they know, like, oh, and that's a different face. It's like, that's them learning it.
Yeah, okay.
And then it goes all the way up. Like, right now, me and you are in the age group where we're just able to learn, like, communication properly, like, and to be able to, like, understand stuff like that. We're learning it, you know what I mean? You don't have to be good at it the first time when you're learning something.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's why when you speak to an old person, they're talking about, they can look back on things, and they can, you know what I mean? Like, they just learned to do that, and, that sort of thing. Like, it was really cool to look at, because it gave me, like,
perspective.
Yeah, because, everyone's got that negative voice in their head, and it's like, when I miscommunicate with my wife or just stumble or something, like, it's because I'm learning. Like, it's because I've just started to have adult conversations. I'm only a couple years in.
That's true. I always forget that. I always forget that I'm young.
It's hard to speak your mind if you don't even know it. We've only just started to think about our own. Be the observer. Before we were just the observer, we were just doing stuff as a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's because I remember being younger and thinking then that I had it all figured out. And I never thought I have it all figured out, but I remember the way I thought was like, this is it. Like, I understand a lot, you know what I mean? But now I'm at the stage where I understand I knew nothing then, so I know that I know nothing now.
Yeah.
You know?
You know even less, it feels.
Yeah. And but it's
information's
not knowing
only
less.
grown gigantically. Like,
I just have less proof. I have more proof that what I know now will not be everything I ever know. I'm going to write off what I said today in fucking
Yeah.
tomorrow.
It's the Dunning-Kruger effect, dude. Like, the less you know, the easier it looks. And the more you know, the harder it looks.
That is so true, actually. That is so true.
It's the same thing we were saying before. How everything's complex. You can look into something infinitely. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just looking from the outside at the snowflake, it looks like the rest of the snow. Mm-hmm. But you look at the individual snowflakes, they're beautiful. Each one are different. You know what I mean?
I want to know how you think about this then, as we got talking about looking into something deeper. But you also mentioned that you are a science man. You don't believe in things unless you've seen proof of them existing.
Yeah.
What do you think about the thought that when you keep looking deeper into something, you'll always find it? Like, you can zoom in for infinite.
Yeah.
Same thing as when you look out into the universe. It's forever expanding.
Yeah.
Do you think that's already there, or do you think it's only because we've looked deeper that now
sort of
that's
like
there?
It's only measurable because you measured it. Like,
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think on that at the moment.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird thing to think about, I guess.
It's actually the saying, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to see or hear it, did the tree ever fall?
Yeah.
That's actually
it
the
did.
same thing, actually.
I think, it did.
You think it did? Oh, yeah, it did because you said it did. You know what I mean? But what if we never said it did?
Yeah.
Did it?
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think they do.
You think they do?
Honestly, like, that's just my instant thought. Mm-hmm. And the more I look into it, I guess I'd be able to find something. But, like...
You'd probably have to be pretty
brain-
fucking arrogant to assume that... Is it arrogant the right word? You'd probably be arrogant to think, I've seen a tree fall. I know they grow upwards. I see the roots on that tree come out the dirt's like this.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
cause
seen
and
it fall.
effect.
It didn't fall. That means that you are the only observer of the entire universe. To assume that nothing is deeper unless you zoom into it would be so arrogant, because you are the person who's deciding.
Yeah, but I think maybe where you started going with it is an interesting thought. Like, I think you can create your own problems. Like, if you can look into things physically, like I can look at this bottle and it's like, oh, this plastic. I know what all these plastics are. You know, it's made out of polyurethane. It's made out of this and that. And those are even more complex things you can look into. Mm-hmm. But like, when you're looking into something that's subjective, you can still look into it infinitely, but like, you're just creating the problem, you know? So like, it's whether it's mind or matter, I think, like.
Yeah.
And it's weird because they actually do intertwine. Like, your mind is matter.
Yeah.
You know? So that's a weird thing to think about.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, if you're just constantly looking at your own problems, you're going to find more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also, if you're looking at your problems and fixing them, you know, you're going to find an easier way to fix things. And it's like, I'm sort of bad at that. Like, if I've got something that I know I shouldn't be doing, I try not to think about it.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and that sort of is my cue to do something about it. Like, I don't sulk on things. You know, if I don't know, I can't think of a good excuse, something good, but like, yeah, my house is messy.
You lost
my house
something,
is messy.
you lost something, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's just, I try not to think about it. Like, I try to avoid it, and that is my cue to do something about it. Nice. You know what I mean? Like, if I can't just keep on thinking about it, it's because something's went wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear. Well, yeah, I think that too. When I have something that I don't want to do, that's my cue to do it. Especially at work. Yeah. Especially like, if I have something that I'm good at, I'm trying now over the last 12 months to not do that. It's a bit different coming into a new company, improving my skills and showing myself. But like, say we have one specific task of like lining up a fucking Coles, you've got like your bay of freezers or something like that. The entire bay. You want to get them perfectly straight, perfectly level, perfectly plumb, so it looks like one giant unit. And it's like, that's not my perfect skill set. I can do it, but I'm not that good at it. So that's my favorite thing to do now. I need to fucking get that skill perfect, because I can pipe up something and make it look like it's done by someone 40 years into their trade.
100%.
Because that was the thing before, where it's like, I want to get better. I want to get better.
That's something I was gonna say. Like,
hungry for it.
If you like force yourself to do the things you don't want to do, then doesn't mean you just have to keep in the future. Once you're good at it, doesn't mean you have to do everything hard now. You know, it's just now you're able to. You know, how good of a skill is that to be able to do something you don't want to do? And it's just easy for you. You know what I mean?
Well,
you're building that muscle.
Yeah, one of the lads I work with, he's a fucking freak. He's a great tradesman, and it's like he'll come to work. He has shit going on, right? But just say he comes to work later than everyone else. But we're still setting up. He's the more experienced tradesman, so we're happy to get ready for him, so he can fucking show us what needs to be done when we get stuck. Even though we're all at a stage of independence, I love coming to him for advice on things, you know. And because he has all that knowledge and experience, I'm happy to fucking put in a bit more effort because I'm learning from him. It's literally like a tradesman and apprentice, actually. But he says to me sometimes, like he's like, bro, I'm getting a bit bored. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I've done this a million times. None of this is new for me. None of this is exciting for me, you know. And I'm like, that's where I've got to be. I've got to be at that stage where nothing is a challenge. Because literally, I've never seen him be like, fuck, what are we going to do? I'll think to myself sometimes like, all right, this is going to take some fucking thinking. What's the best way to do this? And he's thought of a better way to do it than I would have got to. You know, a cheaper, a quicker, a faster, it looks better. And it's like, that's where I'm trying to be.
You really can't trade up experience, like doing stuff. Even some people say I'm book smart or whatever, and I learn better doing this, but everyone learns out doing it.
Yeah.
And like, that is the way to learn. Doing it wrong, like doing something wrong and fucking it up.
Yeah.
And then fixing it, or even if it's unfixable, like you just taught yourself something, and it's like, you don't get to think about that sort of stuff in the moment.
Yeah.
But if you think about it and go like, oh, you're right, like, I did do that wrong and I haven't done it wrong since. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't get to go like, oh, I made the mistake, not be angry about it, all good, not going to do it next time.
Yeah.
Can't do that in the moment, but like, if you give yourself the time to like think about it like that, like, it's 100% true. Like, you learn everything from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I remember being on work. Let me just double check that. A little bit paranoid. I remember being on work experience. I was 15 or 14, however old you are when you do it. And I went to the Navy ships. I was pretty fortunate. I knew people who worked as fitter machiners on the HMAS ships. And it was going to be my trade. I was going to become a fitter, but I had to be 18. So I didn't want to fucking wait till then. I started at 15 as a different trade.
Oh, because it was with the Navy?
Yeah, because it was with the contract to the Navy.
You have to be 18 to become a fitter.
No. It was just for that particular mob. But then I remember, I'll never forget the apprentice at the time when I was watching them work. He was in the cannon where you load up like a massive fucking rocket, and then a big click, and then shut up. Boosh, and we would have shot a rocket out, but they were just testing the firing pistons and shit. And he'd have to load something up, wait back, stand, everyone clear, triple clears, bang, shoot. You just hear this thump. It would just hit this massive block. And then he went to go tighten something up, and he dropped a spanner. And then he's in, what was that? He's like, oh, I dropped the spanner. So he's in there for ages, bro, looking. It would have been 15, 20 minutes. Everyone's like, you fucking found it yet? He's like, no, he's stressing out. And then one of the fucking older blokes, he stumbles across past. It's like, what's going on in there? Oh, he dropped the spanner, and he goes, check on top of this thing. And then, like, it was right there. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't know what the thing was. I don't understand it. But I went home and told my dad, I was like, this cunt's a fucking freak, bro. He just walks past. This guy gets paid the most amount of money. And he's like, check here. And it was there.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, he's dropped that spanner before.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
spanner a couple times.
Like, oh, yeah. That's what he said. He's like, he's probably dropped it a couple times. I'm like, oh, that's how he's so smart. Yeah. It's just experience, bro. It's time. Yeah. He's fucked it up.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even a mistake. Like, the spanner just drops and gets in there every time. Like, it's like, or that's not what I was trying to say. Like, sometimes bad things just happen. Like, you don't need to make the mistake, but it's still like up to you to learn from it. You know what I mean?
It's just part of the procedure for something to go wrong. Yeah.
Everything is just falling apart all the time. Like, as I was saying before, I don't know if that part was in the podcast when we cut out, but like, you're gonna have problems. You know what I mean? Like, problems are gonna come because that's how it works. You know what I mean?
We definitely said that off
And the
camera.
more and more you work and do the things you don't want to do, yada yada, like, the better you'll be at fixing it when something goes wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially if you've just encountered new problems every single time and you're just fixing them and fixing them. Now when it's a new problem, completely new, you don't even have anything to back on, you still have a better toolkit to go at it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like...
It's also...
I love that about life.
Me too.
And I think maybe, like, that's something that I don't... Like, I'm a science man or whatever, but I don't know, I can't just give it away. Like, I don't want to be wrong, you know what I mean? So I can't say, like, oh, it's not real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like something in there where stuff just, it does work for people. Like, you can just look at a problem and it will come for you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's something weird to it. You know what I mean? I really do. Like,
It's a weird thing for me, and let me get... Yeah, I'll go to this. So, like, I grew up no religion at all. No one in my family's religious. We moved to a Christian school because we knew a couple people in there, and I was in fucking too much trouble where we were living before in public school. So we only moved as a family because of my irresponsibility. But then when we came to this school, it was almost like my friends were all doing it, everyone was going to church, and like everyone's a sick cunt. Like I thought churchies were all just fucking weirdos. But it's just, they're the boys, bro. Everyone's like... And we still would go fucking to church on a Friday night, and we'd all fucking sneak alcohol in. We'd get drunk, we'd have a fucking boogie, we'd dance, we'd talk to bitches, we'd fucking pick up chicks, we'd fucking kiss them, we'd neck on with them, and then, like, I ended up fucking banging one of them, which was only, like, a day after I met her. And then it's like, these aren't considered church people. These are, like, normal people for me. And then through that, I found more interest in listening to what they were saying in church. Yeah. And then I decided I'd become a Christian, and what I thought at the time was figuring it all out. Like, oh, to be honest, I kind of started in the beginning like, let's just see what happens. Let's just fucking accept Jesus Christ as my savior. Let's just start saying amen and fucking repeating what they say when I pray, and then practicing that when I get home. And then I kind of just fell into this category of being a Christian. There was never any proof to God. There was never anything other than these stories.
Like, oh, actually, yeah, now I'm going to be one. It's just, you sort of became one.
Yeah, I just fucking fell into it. And then it was actually a conversation with the caveman that made me realize for the first time I'm not a Christian. I don't believe everything. You remember that big argument?
Absolutely, yeah.
But it's like, if you want to go deep enough, like we did before, it's like, yeah, I still accept the fundamentals behind it, but that's not what I was thinking. So through realizing that, it was like, okay, don't call myself a Christian, call myself something else. And then now it's like, from trying to just believe in science and proof, now science and proof is taking me back to like, oh my gosh, God is fucking real. There is a fucking God. It's just not what I conceived it to be before. It's this other thing.
You've built that muscle of like, when something doesn't make sense, you give it to God, or, you know, it's just that sort of a thing. Like,
yeah. I've been playing with the idea that God is your subconscious. That's what I'm trying to work out now. I'm pretty close to that assumption. I'm just not 100% sure on it.
Yeah, it's hard to get your thoughts into words. Like,
yeah.
As I said before, dude, we're practicing, you know?
Yeah.
We're practicing. Like, you just...
Well, Luke Mount said to me, like, I when he took DMT, and he's like, I'm like, bro, what did you take from it? And he's like, there's a God in all of us. He's like, there's a God inside us. And then that was more proof to my pudding. It was like, I knew there was. I knew there was.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's something my dad says heaps. Everything happens for a reason. Like, and there's something to that too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stuff does happen for a reason, even the terrible things. Like,
yeah.
Eventually, you'll be able to just have that one conversation about it. And it's like, that's not the reason that happened. Like, let's say someone dies in the family or something. It's the worst thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, eventually something will happen because of that. Or, like, if that didn't happen, you wouldn't be here now. And it's like, you don't, until you're there, you don't get to see that.
Yeah.
And go, that was the reason this happened.
And you might not even see it in your lifetime.
Like,
you might have
like
kids, and they might have benefited from it.
I feel like I've heard that thing enough. Like, I actually do think about that in the moment. Like, when something goes wrong, I'm like, it was meant to happen.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Some stuff like that has happened for me recently, which, you know, I'd rather not talk about.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Like, yeah. There's just no point beating yourself up, you know what I mean? It's like, stuff happens for a reason, and like, eventually it's going to be good. you know?
Yeah.
It's like there's going to be no reason to be sad about it eventually. So I'd just skip that step, you know?
Yeah.
And
I think it's important to feel whatever you need to feel,
yeah.
and almost for as long as you need to feel it. But eventually you're going to have that voice take back over that you're no longer the observer. The observer's telling you it's time to fucking get up and do something about
Yeah,
it.
I
Like,
feel
especially a death, like that's something that stay home and cry for a
Yeah,
month
you
for all
should.
that matters, bro. A month. Don't leave your house.
That's
if
actually
you don't
healthy.
want
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've actually got myself to the unhealthy side of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sort of disconnected from my feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just sort of am too optimistic about stuff sometimes. And
Yeah. But that's not a bad thing.
it's
because,
not a bad thing.
Because
And it's-
you will eventually feel again. Like,
Yeah.
like suffering, especially, has its peaks and its falls. Like, it comes in waves, and you're not in control of it. Life's in control of it, bro.
Yeah.
You're just observing. You know what I mean? You don't get any say of when suffering comes. You can't even force yourself into suffering. You have to force yourself into suffering. Is not suffering. That's creativity almost.
Yeah, it's like what they say, like beauty. You can't have beauty without suffering. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it's 100% true. You know what I mean? As you were saying before, like everyone has their own, like, story.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Like, yeah, something along those lines. Yeah. You know where I was going with that.
Yeah, it's alright. Well,
I think
when
I
you
was just
said
saying that
before,
it's just connected. Like everything's connected.
100%.
And it's just maybe like that connection, you know, all of our subconsciouses and stuff are all that actually is what the stories are trying to explain, because we've only got this crude language, you know what I mean? There's only so many words you know, or you know at the time, and that your brain can pull up, or
And it's almost like
just-
people know that. I'm going to backtrack in a minute, but it's like almost like people that are older than us, that are smarter than us, that have more experience than us. They've said things to us before, and one's bounced around my head now, but it's like people are trying to explain to us the fact that we aren't able to figure it all out. And you know what? Elon Musk, actually, he got asked the question, what is the meaning to life? You ever seen that clip?
probably on the Lex Friedman. I've forgotten it. What
I
is it?
think it might have been on Lex. It might have been on Lex, actually. But he
Lex
said...
likes that stuff.
He said the meaning of life is actually the answer. We know the answer, and the answer is life. Life is the answer. What we need to find out is the question, because the meaning
That's a
of
good
life
way to
is the
respond,
answer
isn't
to
it? That's quite
everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's beautiful. But what I was saying before that was, people trying to explain to us the fact that you can't explain it. You can't summarize God. You can't summarize it is the way it is. You can't summarize things happen for a reason. And it's like, that's almost the beauty in life, because we're trying to figure that out. And people always say, people have asked me before, would you like to know the answer to everything if you could? And it's like, well, then I'm done. My story's over.
Yeah.
There's nothing left for me to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I don't know if I'd want to.
I love learning. I love
Like,
figuring
I've
it out.
always said I'd love to live forever. I don't understand what
I
people
will
say.
too. I will
Like,
too, yeah.
I think I will get bored, but at least I'm just bored doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like I just want more time, but I think I got to give up on that. You know, I'm never gonna live forever, and
Don't
every
give up
moment
on that, bro. Don't give up on
you
that.
have to. Like,
You can't, bro.
I know you probably feel the same way, but like you have to. Like every single moment isn't here forever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and it's like
Well, forever.
take it for granted. if
Forever
you
kinda
get in
is the
those
moment.
moments, you know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, I have time for it later and stuff. But no, you
Yeah,
don't.
well, that's the thing. You
never,
got to
ever
carpe
will.
diem. You got to seize the moment. You got to fucking take initiative today, so you can be a better version of yourself tomorrow. But the moment is what's forever. We're always living in the present, and we've never lived in the past. The future's not even real. It's just always been the moment. So that's the thing that I want to last forever. You know what I mean? Like, if I have to do whatever it takes, I'm gonna fucking do it. When I need a new fucking lung, fucking put a fucking mechanical one. When I need a new heart, put a fucking mechanical one. When my skin starts to fucking sag off my body, fucking polyurethane.
Latex.
I don't give a fuck,
Latex,
bro.
yeah.
Latex, yeah. But before, what you were saying was, when you said everything happens for a reason, especially like even those shit situations, you just don't see it. I actually think about that with Luke all the time. Like it's impossible to grasp how to say it. It's obviously the fucking worst.
Yeah.
It's obviously the worst. But and even saying but, like it feels insulting to say.
I think like this way too. It's just like
you don't want to say.
So many little things that go over, but I feel it. You know what I mean? Like it's the worst thing ever.
It wasn't another word. Like it's
and
the worst.
I feel like I have something else to say about it.
I know. That feels wrong.
And it feels wrong.
I know.
You know? And it's.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out right now. So it's like, it's the worst thing ever. Period. Side note. that's how I'm gonna stop feeling bad about it. Alright. And that side note is that he has actually and like
he gifted us.
He gifted me. He gifted everyone. Like, and just from my experience, no one has probably gifted me more while he was alive than he did. Like, we had fucking profound memories forever, and it's like, yeah, that's one thing to be appreciative for, which I am, the memories, and he has actually taught me a lot through our friendship. But since him passing away is when he's taught me the most.
Yeah, he's taught you like stuff even
consistently now, and it's way more than he was when he was alive, which is so unbelievable because he was always educating me. And one of the things he taught me was how to be a better person. Like, it's not my fault. I won't be a victim to that way of thinking. I know it's not healthy, but I know it's a normal way everyone thinks. What if I had have called? What if I had have done this? What if I have done? Everyone thinks like that. But I am that person from now on. Like, I will never. I call people all the time. I message people all the time. I'm constantly reaching out to people from primary school, holidays, fucking church, caravan parks, fucking. If someone calls, I answer. If someone messages, I reply. Like, that's what he taught me. Like, you never know what needs to be done, and just from doing that, people are appreciative.
It was just a big realization of how much you take other people for granted, not 100%. Just him. Like, in the moment, I was like, wow, I took him for granted. You know what I mean? But he's in that worst action he's ever done. You know, like, we get to take lessons from it as well.
Yeah,
and I think,
and it's taught me how to think. It's also taught me how not to think. That's lessons that I never would have learned. I would have never learned.
It's given you experience, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I
now get to be, and it's like it even feels wrong saying. I'll never not.
I would much rather have not learned any of this.
Me too.
You know what I mean? But I have.
Of course.
You know.
Of course. It is what it is.
I might as well be. You know. I don't know. Like, it feels weird to say it, but like I should thank him for it a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, I learned heaps.
Well, I do. I actually do. I do thank him for it. I say it out loud. I fucking
yeah.
Like,
I so
literally
because
do.
of our shitty language and how people can take it.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
but I think
you don't want, for some reason, your brain's like, fuck. Hopefully, he doesn't take it the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like, what would he be thinking? Like, of that? But, like,
I know, and no matter what, it was the fucking worst. And anyone who's ever thinking it now, my level of empathy is so high. Like, because this quote is fucking sick, and you probably heard me say it before, but if you haven't, empathy is the output for the input that is trauma. So it's until you understand what something feels like, you'll never be able to empathize for someone else. So trauma is what creates empathy. Otherwise, how are you ever going to put yourself in their shoes? And I can be that person for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, again, like it's something that you wish you didn't have to be, but I'm in this position now. I know how to console someone else. I know what they're going through. I look for cues in people. I can see suffering before it's even started sometimes, and that usually leads to a fucking rough conversation. I've got to fucking pull someone's head in a little bit. But everything happens for a reason, bro, as you were saying before. It does. It's just not something that you are happy with.
Yeah, and you can't take it for granted, you know what I mean? Like, there's two things like Luke taught me, or showed me, you know what I mean? He didn't teach me it, he showed me it.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah.
There's probably people listening right now who don't know what we're talking about. We had a really close mate, Luke, and sadly, he killed himself way too soon, and he was a sick bloke, you know? But his birthday's actually on Sunday.
Yeah. I got this photo of actually us up here.
No, I saw that.
Yeah.
saw that
Yeah.
before and I was like, oh shit.
Bro, you know what's funny about this
Representing my
photo?
legs.
Dude,
You
when
can't
it-
see my legs.
Whenever I fucking stand anywhere in the room, your eyes, they fucking follow me, bro. Like
It's a weird
wall.
photo, eh? I've noticed that before too. It's like, I love the photo so much.
Yeah.
It's actually such a great photo.
Yeah.
Luke smiling with Taka.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything about it's perfect. You got your eyes closed.
I'm fried as, bro.
Yeah. Orange just smiling, heavy as. Like, it's just the perfect photo.
It is perfect, eh? Fuck yeah. I love
And
that.
nothing about it is good. You know what I mean? Like, it's the worst photo ever.
It's
But it's
shocking.
the moment, like, unless you were
Yeah.
there, and it's just like, I don't know.
That was a good night. We had a big crew that night, you know?
Everyone
that was
was
OG
there.
days, yeah.
And then, yeah, there were so many people who were all taking that photo, and we're like, no, you're not allowed in it. You get out. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
that's
the homies.
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those and the Skate Dogs is a fucking bigger crew, eh? Bit of a bigger crew.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I won't mention people on it, but like, it was a bit bigger. It was a bit bigger. yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's
again,
right.
everything does happen for a reason.
We've lost some members, bloody,
But it,
voluntarily,
yeah,
involuntarily.
yeah.
But yeah,
The
Love the
days,
skate
bro.
dogs.
I
Shout
love
out
the
to the
skate
skate
dogs.
dogs.
I love the skate dogs, bro. I always tell every one of my mates knows of the skate dog.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
and I knew as soon as you started this pod, I'm going to be the first one on the pod. I reckon he's going to ask me
Yeah.
first.
Ah, you thought that? That's
Yeah,
sick.
I actually did.
I thought that ages ago too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I was
I'm
like,
gonna fucking yeah.
Because, you know, I sort of tried to do some YouTube stuff, and I'd always talk to you about it, dropping hints.
Yeah.
But, you know, I actually really didn't want to go on. You know, it's scary.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not going to say the wrong
what are your nerves
thing.
now? Your nerves all sweet now?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I knew
It's
it
awesome,
goes
dude.
away.
I'd probably talk for another 6 hours.
Yeah. I
mad.
know. Me too.
And
too.
that's something you've taught me. Hey, like listening to you speak, just without me having to talk back, like to your mates and to people that you might not know fully. Like, it's so good to put yourself in a situation where you can just have a chat. Hey,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I do with my friends now, like with the dogs and with my mate Griffin.
I love Griffin.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
met Griffin heaps of times, eh?
I went to
Griffin's
primary
got a
school with
kid
Griffin.
now.
Yeah.
He's fucking, you know, and like, we're best mates, and we've had mad falling out times and fucking angers at each other. But like, I noticed like, for a long time, all of our conversations were very shallow. Like, it was just, we were never talking about each other or what's going on in life. We were just hanging out,
Yeah.
and we still know because we know everything about each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well,
it's-
you think
You know, I
everything
do the
about
same
each
thing with
other.
my wife. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I've been with my wife almost a decade now. It's crazy.
Wow.
But fucking,
I love that. Let me just, sorry to cut you off. We'll get back to conversation, but I love that you say wife, bro. You're my only friend that can say that.
yeah.
No one else is married. sorry. Let me quickly think on that. Married? No. No one else is married. No one else is married. yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I know people that are married, but no one that I'm close with, like I'm close with you. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I do the exact same thing, dude. Like, with my wife. Like, I take her for granted, you know what I mean? I take my mate Griffin for granted. Or I
Yeah.
take you for granted. It's just so good to just sit in front of and just force a conversation. Even if
Yeah.
it's about nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, what is your favorite thing about this? And it's
Yeah.
just something that I'm trying to get better at.
Mm-hmm.
And listening to you, it gives me, like, things to ask people. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, it's actually so useful to be able to communicate because you learn something, you get to learn something about that person and yourself, and you know what I mean? You can retrospect on stuff, and
Yeah.
when you're just shallow all the times, or like you don't go out of your way to find out more about someone, it just bubbles over until something bad happens. You know what I mean? But if you're forcing, I don't know how to talk about it properly.
I
So
do
think
know.
you
I
sort
do
of
know what
get-
you're saying because I've learnt it since
you
doing
get
it.
to not take things for granted
Yeah.
when you listen to someone.
Yeah, and that's the, and we did say this off camera. But the best part of it, the whole thing, it doesn't matter about, oh, this person came on and it got fucking 600 views. This one got this many likes. This many people commented. This many people called me and said it was a good episode. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. Things like this, like, that's none of it, bro. It's me and you get to fucking talk shit for as long as we want to talk shit for. You know,
It's magical. Dude.
it is magical.
It is.
It
It's mad.
is. And I'm in therapy, bro. I'm in therapy because I do this every week. Every week I have someone else to come tell me what I'm doing right, tell me what I'm doing wrong. So tell me what they're doing right, tell me what they're doing wrong. And
That's right.
and I'm grateful for it. I'm super grateful. And
you
I'm
always learn something new. Like,
Yeah.
even when you're talking to someone, you think you know what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
Bro, one of the first episodes was my mate Cooper, and like I was very, very fresh. We were both nervous as
I
fuck.
imagine you'd be nervous. Thought about everything you thought you were gonna say.
I used to prep every question, everything I was gonna say. I'd think of what they're gonna reply, and I'd try and accumulate that into another question. Haven't done that now for 10 episodes at least. It's been a couple months now of free flowing, but I remember he bring up the fact that he fucking got to fly a plane when he was 14 or 15 or something when he was in school, and I'm like, how the fuck do I not know that, bro? And that was the first moment that I thought, I can't prepare for that. I'm not orchestrating a conversation. I'm actually learning about
you're not
people.
doing an
as I-
interview.
Yeah.
You know, you're just having a chat.
I'm just talking shit. Yeah. I could have never prepared for that. I expected in the beginning to know what I was going to talk to people about because that's what it seems like when I listen to podcasts. Joe Rogan will have on someone who studies building remote control cars. You'll have someone that knows about Telstra, someone who knows about fucking the moon, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
I love
that's what they talk about.
That's the golden part of the podcast. They like, you don't listen to people have hour-long interviews and stuff. I don't listen to interviews.
Yeah.
I probably have actually, but you know what I mean? A podcast, just hearing someone's raw thoughts, it's sort of a hack. It's like you're doing it too.
Yeah.
You're in on the conversation. You're not saying anything.
Yeah.
You're actually
You're
learning
observing.
from experience.
Yeah.
You're like actually experiencing it.
Yeah.
It's good.
And but that's the thing about like a mainstream platform that I do notice that separates me. I notice that Joe Rogan, every guest knows they're coming on. Like, they must be months in advance, bro. So imagine Joe hit me up, which one day I'm going to go on the Joe Rogan Experience. I'm going to prepare what I got to say. I hear Logan Paul, I listen to Impulsive a lot. He says, well, I'm saving this story for Joe Rogan. I can't tell this one. This is one of the stories I'm saving for Joe Rogan. He's been saying it for years. So everyone's preparing the best version of themselves for that. The Nelk boys, they have a great dynamic. Do you listen to the Full Send podcast?
Full Send?
Yeah, it's the Nelk boys.
Oh no, I've definitely listened to it. I don't listen to it.
Okay, well they have a great dynamic.
They had Donald Trump on, right?
They just did him today. I was gonna say that they just did him again today.
Oh wow!
I was gonna say that
listen
before
when
and
he
I
was
forgot.
actually the president or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I was right into all that politics shit.
Me
watching
too.
all
I
that
still
stuff.
am, eh? I still am.
Yeah, that's what made me get off my phone, dude.
Yeah, I was meant to go to sleep as soon as I got home this morning, but I just checked YouTube to chuck on something to fall asleep, and it was fucking 1 hour ago, Full Send. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna have to watch this. But then like, I know how orchestrated these are. It's raw, but I can also see the clickbait-worthy questions. I can see the dynamic in the Full Send team that Steiny has with Bradley Martin, and it's orchestrated. They're trying to fight to create tension, to create clips. And I love it. That's my favorite podcast, but it's like, that's not what I'm doing the podcast for. I'm doing it because I genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
If I never
the
make
reason
money,
people like them doing it is because they are orchestrating it, but like that's a part of them. You know what I mean?
It's the
just
authenticity,
a bit more of a refined version of them.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But like,
The authenticity is the best
Yeah.
part of podcasting, and I
or
can't
just
wait
best
until.
part of life, dude.
Yeah, you're right. It
Like,
is the best
being
part of life.
authentic. It just frees you. It gives people the option to like you for you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just being authentic, or when something is authentic, it's got that special thing about it. You know what I mean?
Like, no one likes the idea of going for a job interview when you have to perform at your peak. You have to just sit up
So
tight.
I run my own business. I don't have to. I don't have a resume.
I've
You know what I mean?
never done a job interview in that sense, like where I have to pretend I'm someone I'm not. Even even when I'm meeting a boss for the first time, I'll swear.
Yeah.
I'll say it how it is. I'll use slang. I'll use fucking metaphors and quotes and references. But
Yeah, it's sort of because you built your life like that. You know what I mean? You're into the fridgie and you've went into that part of, or you've stuck with whatever you're with.
yeah,
Because
I'm lucky.
You want to be able to do that.
Yeah, I'm lucky I can back myself with my experience and my confidence. Other people in business jobs, like, I can't imagine anything worse than going to work and putting on a fake smile and Oh, yes, thank you for coming in today, sir. It's very kind to meet you. I know that cunt's full of shit. You know, like, I want to walk into somewhere and have someone be like, hey, what's up, bro? You here for this? Yeah, awesome. Like, you know, when you go to, like, a trampoline center or you go to an arcade and the guy working behind there or a JB Hi-Fi, they're like, hey, you good man? You need anything? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just let me know. I'm right here. That's what I love. I don't like when I have to speak to someone like, I spoke to a financial advisor today, and it was like I could see that they were both, the guy who was talking to me specifically, because there was him and his boss on two different Zoom meetings actually, and the guy who was the employee was saying, well, I've actually just crunched the numbers, and it turns out that this and this, and I'm listening to him like, don't speak to me like this, bro. Like, I'm just thinking in my head, you don't speak like this to your mates.
Yeah.
Don't speak to me like that.
Yeah.
Authenticity is what I want, bro.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, even I do it too, like, with clients and stuff. Someone calls me on the phone, like, if you call me on a private number, you'll get a little glimpse of it, like, hello, how can I help? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not really me, but, like, it is me. Because I may very well be hiding it, but like, there's a skill to that, you know. There's that, you know, sort of shows you sometimes like someone's character. You know, if someone's just straight up what they're like around everyone, it's sort of the same thing. In a way, it's like you're not willing to put effort in. You know what I mean? Or something like that. It's like,
well, actually, I had that conversation.
You can come across as inauthentic by being authentic, you know. It's like, you're that's a weird way to say it, but like,
I know what you mean. But I had this conversation recently I went out to dinner with Fossey and his missus Hannah. It wasn't recently, it was probably at this point at least 3 months ago, but we even could have been 6 months ago. It was who knows. But then
it was like, fucking hell, we didn't even go back.
yeah, but we haven't done it yet. It's in the future. Yeah, but we both said afterwards, me and Fossey, because we speak every morning, 5 days a week, sometimes weekends as well. We have for fucking a decade, who knows? We've done it forever. And when we talked about it the next day we were on the phone, like, I noticed that he was a little bit differently because I was there and his missus was there. And then he noticed that I was differently because his missus was there. And then I bet money that she was differently because I was there than if it was just them two.
Yeah.
And we were saying, like, is that a bad thing or not? Because we were all aware of it.
I think it's more cause and effect in that situation. Like,
because
you're weird, Ryan can't just be himself. You're acting weird. And same thing for him. Like, it's just instant.
You're right.
Like,
you're probably definitely right about that. I didn't think about that. But what we're getting at was, like, we were mentioning another third person, which was Reese, and shout out to Reese if you're listening. Gonna have you on the podcast soon. We were saying that we never notice him in that situation. He's always himself. And I'm like, but I said to Fossey, I'm like, I don't envy that. I like the fact that it's like, I'm kind of like a chameleon. Because we're at a dinner, we're at a nice restaurant. I like that I can sit up straight, talk with my chest forward and my shoulders back and ask something serious.
Yeah.
And then every now and then slouch down and joke around a little bit.
Yeah.
But then fucking, all right, let's work my way back up. Let's fucking eat a fucking nice meal together.
Yeah, I think maybe that is... There's goods about it as well, like the opposite way, like not having to do that. There's power in that as well. Like, I don't have to stick my chest up and say something, you know what I mean? It's just like, I can just be myself.
Yeah.
But like, that in itself is the same thing as what you're doing when you're acting a little weird, you know what I mean? You're sort of running through mental gymnastics anyway, you know what I mean? But
I guess you're kind of like choosing whatever character in the moment, isn't it?
When you're stuck, like you're someone like, I don't know, why this came to mind, Carrot Top, you know, you're just like dressing like a clown and shit. You're stuck in that situation, you know what I mean? It's like, or if you're stuck acting like, you know, code switching and stuff, and you can't ever be yourself because you don't know anyone who knows you well. When you're stuck like that, just eats you. You're a tortured soul, you know what I mean? When you got the opportunity to be nice around this person, or this person's being a bit of a gronk, I'm going to give it back in return. You get power. You know what I mean? It's sort of like, it's good to capture that sort of thing when you can. Yeah,
I hear what you mean. I hear what you mean. I do. I've never thought about that. Someone being trapped in their own body, of not being able to be themselves. Yeah. And like, that's a fucking another question that I've been getting into with the podcast lately. It's the whole transgender thing. It's like, I have a lot of empathy for that movement because I can't imagine. Well, here's the thing I've realized. I can imagine what it's like to actually be someone who's transgender now. I've figured out how to convince myself it's possible because I am comfortable in my own body right now. But then there's times where I look at myself and I want to be stronger. I want to look bigger. I want to have more tattoos.
It's that muscle.
It's that muscle.
Yeah.
There's times where it's like I'm comfortable with my haircut, and then there's times where it's like I'm not, and I want to cut it all off. Because I have that fluctuation. But then there's also people who are really big and strong, and they're not comfortable. They're like they have dysmorphia.
Yeah.
Then there's people who are really fat and honestly like need to start working out, who are comfortable. They don't have that feeling. So it's obviously possible to be comfortable being someone who's themselves.
But that's the thing.
I
think it's sort of the same thing you were saying about you don't have a choice. I don't know. Like when you're comfortable with yourself being fat, for example, it's because you haven't thought about it enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like you were comfortable when you're Christian, you just became it. You just become obese. You know what I mean? Or way too obese, sort of thing. When you can be comfortable about something, it's because it's right. You know what I mean? It's sort of thing.
Yeah, I hear what you mean.
Like you can't be a Christian anymore because now you got those questions. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not right anymore.
Yeah.
So that means I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't always mean that.
Yeah.
Because there is no right and wrong with those sort of things.
Maybe they haven't,
But
but then maybe they have. Oh, by the way, when you push this mic in, you can still sit back. You can push it in like this. It's got plenty of swing.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. I think that they possibly could have thought about it long enough and deep enough, and they've come to the outside of the conclusion where it's like, it's not worth it for me, you know. But
Yeah.
you know, who knows?
You're sort of lying to yourself at that point.
I guess they
and
probably
that's,
are lying to themselves.
Everyone
but
does
everyone
it.
does that.
Yeah, everyone does
Like
it about a
vaping.
different thing.
Yeah,
exact
everyone
same
does
thing.
it.
Like
But
you
then-
just,
But what I mean is,
if you're
also,
comfortable, it's because you haven't realized,
you've justified.
you've justified it, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? That's the point you want to get to, and it's sort of like
Yeah,
it's okay to lie to yourself. It's what I was sort of saying. Like I avoid the question, and that's my cue to do something about it. I don't keep thinking about it. I just do something about it. Like if I notice I raise my voice when I shouldn't have, like I'll probably just keep on with that conversation, finish, like, fuck you can't get out of here. And then, but like, I noticed, like, I should have stopped halfway.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to try to stop halfway. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
if you're comfortable, it's because you're not doing it. You know what I mean? You're not doing.
But do you think that, this is another thing I think of too, do you think that comfort is something that you should ever try and reach? Because I think...
Absolutely.
You think it is?
Yeah. For me...
But then if that's the case...
It's a constant thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm laying on my couch, comfy. I could move this pillow this way. You know what I mean? And then later on you buy new pillows and you know what I mean? And you're trying to make yourself even more comfortable.
Yeah.
Know? It's like...
But what about like in a metaphorical sense of comfort, as in like not stability, but slowing down the strive to attain comfort? Because comfort would come from financial freedom. Then past financial freedom is financial exploration. Then you have the ability to travel the world, do good to others. You have financial gift, not just financial greed. But then at what point do you say that's enough? And if that's something you're trying to always attain, then the
never
people
can
who
appreciate the
but
stuff
then
that doesn't
the
cost.
people who are overweight, they're already there.
Yeah.
They never have to get into shape. They've already reached the point in which they're comfortable, because you can always get more muscles. You can always get faster, stronger, leaner. You can always have more shit. You can always do better. You can always work harder.
And it is good to be comfortable.
It's good, but it's like, where do you draw the line?
Where do
That's
you
why,
draw the
for
line?
me,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to attain comfort. I'm not trying to attain comfort. I'm trying to attain being proud. I'm trying to attain,
Pride,
I've done this. This is something I can be successful of so far, but it's not something that's finished. It's always I can always have more comfort, And I guess if people were truly comfortable, they'd be trying to attain being more comfortable, because then they'd be like, right, I am confident in who I am, but let's fix the things that are in the back of my head. Let's live an extra 10, 20 years. Yeah. Maybe comfort
you're not
is
even,
the feeling of
I'm not
striving.
blaming people for not looking into it more, but like, it's just, you're not, you know what I mean? It's like, if you were, you wouldn't be comfortable about it. So that's where being comfortable is where you're not thinking any further. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it's the same thing as laying on the couch. Like, you actually, I was comfortable, but then I went like, oh, my back's
let's get more comfortable.
You know what I mean? My back's a little bloody, you know, it's just like,
but yeah, you actually answered it. You fully answered it then when you said it, because you're always trying to attain comfort. You're not accepting comfort.
Yeah.
Let's adjust that pillow. That's exactly the same of, I'm happy where I am, let's do more.
Yeah.
That's actually what I was getting at. Yeah. And you answered it the same way I would have.
And if you're comfortable with something that like obesity, you know what I mean? You're fucking a big guy, massive.
I always think of that
actually
YouTuber.
Comfortable about it, that Nick Avocado.
Avocado,
It's just all over the internet.
Sad story.
Yeah, fucking no.
There'll be a link in the description. Trust me, everyone. Watch the Nick Avocado
funny.
link.
It's funny.
It's funny, but it's super sad.
It could happen to you. Honest, like not to you. I'm talking to like, and you.
Yeah.
Everyone. It could happen to you. That exact story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like.
But someone had to do it, bro. Someone had to do
like
that story,
his story was the eating. It was actually gluttonous and big, but you can do that with YouTube and watch too much. You can put your whole life into this, and now, you know, if you've got a missus, she feels left out, and it's just like, if you're comfortable, it's because you're like giving away other comforts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're avoiding thinking about the fact that you're gonna die of bloody colon disease or something. You know what I mean? It's like, if you thought about that, you wouldn't be comfortable. You know what I mean? But that might not be a motivator for you to go and do anything about it. So like, just avoid it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like,
it's almost like Kobe Bryant, right? Everyone has heard of the basketball player Kobe Bryant. He was in the top 3 to 5 basketball players to ever live, depending on who you listen to. I'm not a fan of basketball. I've recently just watched a crazy Netflix show called The Last Dance, which I recommend everyone to watch. It's about Michael Jordan. It's actually about the Chicago Bulls, but it's mostly about Michael Jordan. But I understand that Kobe Bryant would spend every hour of every day trying to become the best basketball player of all time. So was Michael Jordan. He was this ruthless, relentless perseverer. And people say Jordan wasn't necessarily a nice guy. Like, I was his teammate for 10 years. Yeah. He was a dick. He was a fucking dick. But he was the best basketball player that's ever lived.
You know what I mean? Like, comparing myself to him, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm a shit cunt. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what he was lacking, those things that we just mentioned of kindness and compassion and all these things, especially in his early years, because he was driven. He's like, I'm going to be the best basketball player to ever live.
Yeah.
And he did.
And I think that's like justifiable. It's like,
he
has no time. He's comfortable with the fact that he isn't kind to people. I don't have time for you, you know what I mean? It's for something good.
Yeah.
When you're comfortable in things that are like, hard to be objective about stuff like objectively good. You know? But I would say being way too obese is probably a bad thing.
Definitely a bad thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, unless you're like someone who does, you know, mate, I don't know.
But the thing is, he sacrificed that for the fame and the money and the support and the love and the kindness and the fans. Like, he sacrificed that to become fat. You know what I mean? No, he sacrificed becoming fat to get that.
Yeah.
Which is like, can you hate him? Can you hate on him, bro? He did it. He became the fattest cunt on YouTube. Like, that was his goal, bro.
Basically, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
obviously,
and you can tell, like, when you're not being comfortable, like how you're describing it, it's a trap. You know what I mean? It's actually the opposite of thinking through. Like, you gotta forget to be comfortable in anything.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna want more and more. Like, That's literally just how the brain works. Sorry to go off topic.
No, I love going
I was going to bring this up before. Like, I was listening to Andrew Huberman. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Fucking
I love
Dr.
that guy.
Huberman, bro.
I listen to
He's sick as
everything.
cunt.
Every Tuesday it comes out in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But he recently had this lady on talking about, she's like a very big researcher of psychedelics and stuff. And she was talking about combining psychedelics with normal treatment. And she also had this guy on that was talking about Neuralink and how mechanical stuff plus psychedelics can, like, that's like the master key to all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? But like, I think where I was going with that, and it just made it instantly go in my brain, like, that is how your brain works. Dopamine is the chemical that makes you want more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, if being comfortable releases serotonin and dopamine,
Then you want more.
you
of
just
it.
want more. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't really make sense to me that someone can be like, oh, I'm happy how I look if you're fucking gross. You know what I mean? If you're lying. You know what I mean?
I'm the same.
And that is okay. You know what I mean? There's not
Nah,
anything. It's
but is it okay, or are we just saying
I
it's
think
okay
it's better-
because it's socially it's more socially
I
acceptable
think it's better
to say
than
that?
beating yourself up about it. You know
No,
what I mean?
I don't even know that. I think that we've all fallen into this pattern of.
I think I understand
of
where you're going to. Like, you sort of should be fucking sad
It's almost
about
fat
it. Because
shaming,
then you
like-
can go and do something about it.
Yeah,
I guess
think
it depends
fat
on the
shaming
person.
is one of those things that's good. You're never gonna pat a junkie on the back for being on drugs, but he's living his best life.
Yeah.
But you know that's not the best life longevity wise.
Yeah.
So it's like, as a collective species,
Sad,
we
hey?
gotta get rid of this acceptance for what is wrong, and understand limitations within certain fields,
Yeah.
especially food and drugs and gambling and even fucking porn, sex, fucking even being a dick. It's okay to be a dick every now and then. Like, everyone has that moment, but you're never gonna accept someone who's a dick all the time.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right. Like, that muscle is just like self-soothing. You know, that wants me to go like, I shouldn't beat yourself up about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's me
Yeah.
giving myself an excuse,
Yeah,
or
that
like,
way
you know what I
you
mean,
can
or
say
me
it.
sounding like a good person to you, and it's just like, it's self. I'm sort
Yeah.
of like doing the opposite.
Yeah, well, I was doing it too. That's I've only recently, since pretty much doing the podcast, come to understand letting go of these social contracts I've been in this whole time, where it's like, I'm going back to the transgender movement because it's a conversation I have all the time lately, because
Yeah,
I'm
and it's
so
fully,
fascinated
completely
by
linked,
it.
sort
I'm
of what
so
we're saying.
fascinated by it. But it's like, I started off being like, yeah, okay, whatever, like, yep, let's make you feel comfortable. Let's fucking use fucking pronouns in certain situations. Let's fucking avoid awkward conversation. Let's just, yep, you do you, I'll do me. But then eventually it's like, no, cunt. I'm excluding you from
Yeah,
my
I
own
sort of
life.
feel the same way, and it's hard to think about it like that because everyone's so fucking woke and offended and shit.
Yeah.
But like,
Especially us people who are like us, who listen to podcasts a lot. We are fully in the mix. We understand.
Yeah.
We've gone through the wave, especially because it's
True.
we absorb content so much more than the average person who just like fucking, let's just say, watches the footy and maybe fucking plays Xbox. You know, just like someone like that. They're still, everything's new to them. Everything's new. They haven't decided what to think yet. But we have gone along with the narrative. You know what I mean? We've gone through the whole, it's okay to say this, it's not okay to say that, especially even when it comes to racism and things like that. I'm starting to now understand what it's really like to be racist. I'm going back to what I was like in the beginning, where it's like, no, I can say, I'm not going to say a slang.
yeah,
I'm obviously not going to be the fucking N-word or anything, but it's like, I want to get back to that, you know what I mean? Because I'm not a bad person. I love everyone. I should be.
yeah,
I'm-
100%.
I'm-
I think there's
I feel
this place
worse
for
now.
everything.
I'm
Like-
excluding people by not having awkward conversations with someone who is, say, religious. That's I should be able to question them on it. I'm not allowed to tell them they're wrong. I'm not allowed to tell a transgender person they're wrong. I'm not allowed to tell anyone of any ethnicity that what they have is wrong. But I can question it. I can ask people questions about their WOG cultures, their Lebanese cultures, and I can why? That's not wrong. I'm curious, but for a while it's been like you can't ask questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a weird thing, and it's sort of obvious to me now, like all that sort of thing, it just gets used as a weapon against you.
Yeah.
Like it comes from a good place in your heart, but like there's not always a perfect time for everything. And you know, it's like 9/11 or whatever, you know what I mean? I believe exactly what they say. It probably happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But without a doubt, they used that situation, whether or not fucking someone had something to do with it. The real conspiracy is when something goes wrong, they use the panic to put in a new law.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This is like COVID. Exactly
like COVID.
Yeah.
And COVID was just such a big... As soon as I heard about that stuff, like, I've always been a big person like, mate, COVID fake. That's something I say to people.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't mean I think, like, coronavirus is fake. Like, it's very fucking real. People die from it.
Talking about the
And, like,
hype.
but, like, it's a weapon. It's just like Donald Trump hate and all that stuff. Like, Donald Trump's a dickhead, but fucking not what they're saying. What they're saying, they also are the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, they're lying so they can get their way. And everything goes to the top, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree entirely.
Sadly, like, shit just stuff doesn't roll uphill. You know what I mean? Shit rolls downhill. They make fucking...
Yeah.
They make decisions and it just rolls down and fucking tumbles us all over.
Yeah.
And like...
I know exactly what you're saying. But it's like hate comes from below, but shit comes from up. Shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why hate comes from below, because the shit's coming from up top.
True.
Yeah, but that's an important thing that I think I'm going to try and practice a lot. And that's without question, we are living inside of dictatorship or communism. We are living within a forced religion. We're living where the government is God. You know what I mean? You can't question it. The media is now God. The media makes the rules. You can't question. We are slaves. If you can't question anything, you're a slave. That's what makes humans so beautiful as a species, because we're the only thing that can question.
Yeah.
You know?
100%, man. Like, and not even that. Like, you appreciate, like, the more you lock things down, especially words and stuff, like, the less room people have to create good things. You know,
Yeah.
people are going to do bad things. Like, you can get a hammer, you can smash someone's head in, or you can hammer in a nail and build something. You know what I mean? Same with words or concepts and all that stuff. Like, it's just... You take it away, there's no option now. Not good, not bad. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think, like, pretty much with every example, it's better to have it there because people's general thing is good. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And
Good will always win.
Yeah, and it's sort of, it feels like it's more powerful than the bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's like what they say in America with all the guns and stuff. Like, there's more shootings, like good shootings, people taking down someone that was going to hurt someone, than there is bad, or like self-defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's hard to give you, to have something that's locked. Like, and all that's
You can never have locked. You can never have locked. I mean, I've got 2 points about that. Like, the first one would be, I heard recently someone saying that the quote is like the pendulum is always swinging left and right, and eventually, with a crazy leader, like, let's just pick an example like Joe Biden, right? It went so far left that people started to be like, what the fuck do you mean? I won't go into any of the topics, but it's like people starting to wake up. They had far right before it was Trump. Yeah. And then it swung, but eventually it will stable out.
Yeah.
Eventually we'll find a happy medium and it will sit there for a while.
Someone will pick it back up.
Someone will pick it back up. Yeah. But speaking of, like, what we were saying before, full circle, how we have a very limited human vocabulary, unable to describe these profound experiences everyone has. Maybe that comes from what we're saying now, where people are silencing each other. Because I'm putting it together in my head. I'm going to try and put it out. But like people had this crazy growth of knowledge and wisdom and sharing of experience. And we came up with these crazy words like God, or we came up with these crazy words like independence, democracy, dictatorship, freedom. All these things were created out of nowhere. We had to figure these things out. But then we've had a massive pause and we haven't really gained much free thinking. We've discovered science when we've discovered fact, but we haven't discovered ideology in the last fucking, I'm going to say 2,000 years, but maybe it's because there has been silencing since then. There's been Christians who've come over and literally taken over the world. There has been the Bill of Rights. There has been the state, what do you call the thing? The Constitution. These things have been like, this is what you must follow. This is the new law. Like this is, there's no need to think anymore.
Yeah.
Stay inside these parameters.
I think that's just the story, but it's like, I think the perfect metaphor for this sort of thing is what you just said. I've been wrapping my head around it. I want to be able to say it as well, like the Newton cradle. You only look at the big ones that are going left and right, but there's the free balls in the middle, and they're not going they're literally not moving at all. They stay right in their position. You know what I mean? That is like a mad metaphor because that's how it actually is. Like with this transgender issue and every single issue like that, like the people in the middle, they either don't care or they have the right opinion as far as we think. But like these are the ones that are telling you everything. Like the ones that are up. Oh, look at me. You know what I mean? Only the
what's that
extreme
called?
stuff
What do you
gets
call
loud,
that?
like
Noodles.
the Newton cradle.
Newton
the thing
cradle.
you're talking about. Like,
I never heard of the Newton cradle.
that's what it. That's
Is that what the pendulum
That's what
thing
you're
is
just
called?
the pendulum. Yeah.
Ah.
That's Newton's cradle.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the four balls, and you lift it up, and it smacks and goes to the next one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's all the way left, and the higher you lift that, the higher this one's gonna go. But it eventually settles out, and hopefully that is what we want. You know what I mean? That's the goal.
Isn't it crazy that like, I don't know if anyone, I know that we are completely understanding each other, but I'm just imagining what other people are thinking as they're listening. But it's like,
heaps as I was going. Like,
I've just gotten completely lost in this.
I didn't finish what I was saying before.
But it's like, imagine this. I know this is what we're both saying. I don't know if anyone's understanding what we're saying, but this is what we're saying before with that Newton's cradle being the metaphor for the story of life, not just with the far left coming, everyone look at me, the far right coming, everyone look at me, but that is the same as every movie. That is good and bad. That is the same as every religion. That is heaven. That is hell.
And there's a center about it. That's everyone.
That's
can
the
relate
hive
to.
mind, bro. That's the community. That's the camaraderie. That's where we are, bro. We're not really these things on left and right.
Just fighting for who can go the highest and stuff. Yeah, we're not.
I remember one time
Everyone just wants to be right.
Yeah.
Really. No one wants to be wrong.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Everyone's fighting to be right.
Yeah. I remember one time I took fucking LSD and I remember being in a group scenario and I literally envisioned a white line like down my fucking vision. And on the left-hand side was one side of argument, and on the right-hand side was one side of argument. And I kept this throughout my entire trip, and I would trip out so bad that at one point I could hear only men through this ear, and I could hear only girls through this ear. I was fully spaced out. And even when I was sleeping, I still envisioned this thing, and I started to think about political decisions, and I could hear the left on one side, the right on one side, or I'd hear things about people. I could envision smoking, and that was one side, and that was the other side, and I broke down everything I could think of into this thing. But in reality, I think that I think in the middle it was something that we could never really attain, but because I envisioned it so bright and so profound, it was like everyone was slowly getting closer. You know what I mean? It wasn't like you're on one side or the other. It was like everyone was fucking trying to get to the middle.
Yeah.
But because some people were so strong on that side, some people, they got pushed away. And then when they started to ease off, it was
Way to
such
say
a
it.
it was such a
pretty cool.
sick fucking trip. It was really cool. I'll never forget it.
Yeah,
but at
it
one
sort of
point,
is like that. You're
one
right.
point I had-
Everyone's just trying to get to the middle.
yeah, I had two people in the room with me, and one was the devil and one was God, and it was like I was just listening to these two have a conversation to each other, but they were both talking to me. It was like they were speaking only to each other so I could hear it. And it was such a trippy experience, but it was so important for me as
profound,
an
dude.
individual. It was so important. It was fucking dope. And it was like my subconscious was playing on it too. It was like this person would be like, hey, it might have even been at this part of the night where we're having a sesh. This person was saying like, hey bro, you want to have a cone of my stuff? You want to have a cone of my stuff? You want to have a cone of my stuff? And I'm, oh, maybe. But then I'd been used to having this person's gear all night. I didn't have any. And I was like, hey, bro, do you mind if I have a cone? And it's like, I felt this. And he's like, yeah, bro, no worries. And then I'd have it. And then I felt a mood change. And it was like, that was a battle within myself of like, don't ask for things. Accept offering things, you know? And it was like, every part of it was fucking trippy as fuck. But it was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool way to think about it too. Like I sort of feel like that white line you're talking about, as you get older, like the thicker that white line gets, you know what I mean? You're more accepting of people because you've listened to more stuff and you don't get pushed back as far anymore.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but there's always, sadly, hive mind, like there's always new people coming in. So
Yeah.
it's just the same things on repeat, just a different, like, story.
Just a
you know
different
what I
way
mean?
of saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. And sadly, we live in, like, fucking capitalistic fucking nature or whatever, or if you were living as a communist, like, the people at the top get to
Draw the
actually...
line, yeah.
They get to draw the line on issues. That's
Yeah.
right. It's like, yep, we want these guys, so let's draw a line here so we can have these guys.
Oh, it's not even, I know what you're saying. They draw it wherever they want it, not
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that. The transgender stuff isn't that big of an issue, but like it is now.
Yeah.
You know, because everyone wants to know
Because
the issue.
we've heard them.
It is an issue
They're
now.
coming
You know what I
towards
mean?
this
It's-
center of acceptance, and
Yeah.
and it's like another way to think of it would be like you're getting closer and closer to this line as you get older, and the line's getting bigger. But then you hear someone that's far away from the line, right, on another side of an argument, and then that person is so strong in their beliefs that it forces you to react to them, which pushes you further away back. It's like it's
Yeah.
the opposites.
That's right.
That's why
sort of
opposites
like
attract, and
the
that's
line
bro,
moves as you go.
that's explained through literal science with magnetism. That's positive and negative. You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy. That is like the exact same story as magnetism. Yeah.
That's weird, eh?
Yeah,
It is
that's
weird to think about.
crazy.
I actually left the podcast on one of your a comment on one of your podcasts about some weird shit like that. I was just sitting there, fucking probably stoned or something,
Yeah.
and you were talking about how your brain is just electricity. And I was just like, well, that's like,
That was Josh Painter.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
sort of like it's just weird how our language like matches up with it. Like our brain is electricity, and there's a negative and a positive. And like when you're positive, like it's I don't know what I said, but
Yeah.
like it was just the train of thought that made me go like, yeah, we really are just like a mind. It just really took me out of
Yeah.
of being,
Present.
yeah, you sort of, something I say a lot is like you're detached from reality. You know what I mean? When someone does something and it's really bugging them, that's what I'll say. I'll be like, you're detaching yourself from reality. You know what I mean? Like you're making your whole decision based on what's going on in your head. You know what I mean? But like, really, it doesn't fucking matter at all.
Yeah, that I was just getting to this point too in my head too.
It's like, you know, yeah.
Example of it would be like I listened to this podcast called Lifeline, and it's Chris D'Elia, who is got to be up there with my favorite comedian. I don't know if he is yet, and his brother Matt D'Elia, and their dynamic is better than any dynamic I've ever seen on the internet. Like, I'll put a link in the description if everyone hasn't watched Lifeline, but it is so good. And they just riff-raff with each other, and then people send in submissions for advice. That's why it's called Lifeline, and they give their comedic and best opinion for what that person should do in that situation that they're in. And yeah, they have great advice. I think Matt is actually a life coach and Chris is a comedian, but they've grown up with each other as brothers, so they both have the mixed dynamic.
That's mad.
And someone called up one day recently, it might have been the last episode, and 2 episodes ago, actually it was 3 episodes ago, that's what it was. And he goes, hey, I'm just need some advice. Like, what do I do in those situations? You know, when you're walking down the street and then there's someone that's fucking looking at you and you're walking with each other and you're like, I'm not going to back down from this fucking sidewalk, bitch. Like, this is my fucking sidewalk, you know what I mean? So then he has to move out of the way and then you fucking feel victory. What's another one of those situations? And then this guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? He's like, that is so far from the way everyone else is thinking. You're walking down the street in your own head going, I ain't losing this battle, bitch. Like, bro, that guy just walked past you.
Yeah,
he didn't even think of it. And then that made me think to myself, like, fuck, we're all just thinking way different shit.
Yeah.
I could look at something and think of something could, like, it's like the way something works. I could think of it differently than the way you think it works. And yeah, it's physically screwing, right? But this is so tight, yeah. It's physically screwing on. But maybe I think of it differently than the way you think of it.
Yeah.
That is what fucking blows my mind. Like, as I was saying before, everyone's the same, but as you were saying, everyone's way fucking different, bro.
Yeah. It's just, it's complicated. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's really the same. We're both thinking the same thing, but how we're doing it or what we take out of it, and there's a million things I could add to that. Like, it's just complicated as fuck.
Yeah.
Everything is complex.
It's crazy, bro.
Especially your brain, you know what I mean? Yours and other people you're communicating with, and just that dynamic of 2 brains communicating, just that's complex.
Yeah.
Just that one thought, let alone actually doing it. You know what I mean? And
like, I talk to my brother and sister, and I hear them talk about my parents, like, especially in it, like, say we all get drunk together, and I have mates over, or they have mates over, and we're all hanging out, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't have that ideology of what our parents are like, and they're not saying anything negative. I'm not saying anything negative, but it's like, I don't see them as this person. We've both grown up our whole lives in the same house. How crazy is it that we are thinking of 2 different people? We are physically seeing the same person, but we are thinking of different people. Like, that blows my fucking brain, like, into a million pieces, gun. Everyone, it's almost like the old saying, like, I see red when I see this. You probably see red.
Yeah, but
what if you see blue and you call it red?
I think that keeps me up at night sometimes, that thought.
Yeah.
Like, how could I figure that out?
Yeah.
How could you know? I sometimes think like that. Like,
Yeah.
is there something you could do so you could actually figure? I've thought about that exact question. Like,
Yeah.
How could I know? I don't.
Well,
And you can't.
someone said once that you could explain a color if you were given enough time. It's possible. They either said 10,000 words or 10,000 pages. It was one of the two. And they reckon it's physically possible to explain a color.
Yeah.
So maybe it's something that we should ask ChatGPT.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I love ChatGPT, dude.
Do you use it?
I use it more
I've
than
never
Google.
used it.
I use it as Google, and
Really?
like, I use it more than I used to use Google. Honestly,
Yeah.
I look up everything on it, because that is the best way to communicate, dude, with another person. Like, we can be talking about something, and I can just give you one word, and all the context is in that one. Well, not even you can shake your head like understanding.
Yeah,
You know, it's like,
you don't even have to say anything.
it's so
right?
personal, and I love it.
Yeah.
I actually love it, dude.
I love when you share a vibe too. Like, this is off topic a little bit, but it's kind of not. Me and Fossey spoke this morning, and we're talking about eating. Remember back in the day when we could get 24 nuggets at KFC, $10. And he's like, bro, remember that feast we got at KFC that one time? And I'm like, bro, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm going to wait for you. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, fuck. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, bro. And then we both went quiet for a while, and then we both were like, that was fucked. And I'm like, bro, I haven't eaten like that since. Like, it was sick because it's just like, there's no need to explain it.
Yeah.
That's almost like what we need to do with language. And I'm going to work on it for the rest of my life, because Because I've got a few books now. I've got one I'm reading now is, David Goggins?
I love that guy.
Love that guy. I'm reading his book at the moment,
Yeah,
Can't Hurt
listen
Me.
to it.
Oh, you listened
is that
to
the
it?
new one?
Yeah, no, the first one, the original.
Listen to that then,
Yeah,
Awesome.
well, I should audio book, but I love reading. I do love reading. So once I'm done that, I've got a couple more books to get through. I bought a fucking chess grandmaster book because I want to get better at chess. I got one called Win Every Argument and one called The Power of One More. So I think I'm sweet for 6 months. I've got so much to read. But after that, I really want to get into philosophy. I want to get into Plato, Socrates.
Yeah.
I want to get into mathematicians because I didn't even know this, but mathematics has actually nothing to do with numbers. Did you know this? Mathematics is actually a way of thinking that can't be disproven. Well, it can be disproven, but it's the best current way of thinking.
Yeah.
And mathematics is a way of describing that way of
it's
thinking.
exact.
1 + 1 = 2 is a written down equation for a thought process of gathering equals accumulation.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, it's imaginary.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a one, or you know what I mean? Like, this is one bottle, but it's water and plastic, but it's one. You know what I mean? Like, it's imaginary, but it's just a way to put
It's the way to put the practicalness into theoreticalness.
Yeah,
almost
100%. Like, it's sort of like a CAD program. Like, there's an infinite amount of points that I could put my thing on.
Mm-hmm.
I can draw a square and I can have it any dimension I want. You know, I can have it exactly this much, or I can make it exactly this much more.
Mm-hmm.
It's all imaginary though.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same. Like, if I draw an A4 size piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
it's not that big. Like, I don't know how to explain whatever one I'm thinking.
The scale, like you're making up your own proportionate size to a real life scale. Is that what I'm saying?
Like, it's
You've
a way.
drawn something.
It's
and then
a way to
use
get
numbers.
rid of or minimize like error, or I don't know how to say it.
I kind of think I know what you're saying. You're saying like you kind of just draw whatever you want to whatever size you choose within a certain program.
And I can just write whatever measurement I want there.
Yeah, but that's imaginary. Yeah, but that in itself is only programmed to become the real life version of the size you really want.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to get at? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, it's crazy. But that's what I want to learn. I want to become a philosopher. That's something that, because I really think I'm on the path to already being a philosopher, because I philosophize all day. It's all I do. As I was falling asleep before, like I just philosophized. I don't know what it was about, but I'm sure it was something interesting. And I'm always fucking trying to. I've got one journal that's literally just for philosophy. I'll think of a word like say happy, and I'll just work on that word. I'll break it down. I'll figure out what it really means, where it comes from, what it is, what it isn't. I even think of it like I like thinking of the origins of where words come from. You know what I mean? Like,
that's like isn't that called like an entomologist?
Oh, no idea.
I think that's what an entomologist is. It's someone who studies the origins of words and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I'd like to become in the future as well.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you have to become a philosopher or an anthropologist. Like,
no, you don't have to become one.
Is that something that...
It's a title, you know what I mean?
You
already are, without a doubt.
Okay.
Like, you are a philosopher.
I was wondering if it was a
philosophizing,
certification.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there definitely is. There's courses on everything.
Okay.
You can be... I'm a mathematician. I'm so shit at math.
I hear you.
When I'm doing math, I'm a mathematician. You know what I mean?
You're just not a certified mathematician.
Yeah, it's... Without a doubt, dude. Like...
Oh, I guess
you can't
Neil
be a
deGrasse Tyson
certified
says that. Neil deGrasse
philosopher.
Tyson says everyone's a physicist.
Everyone.
I just show where I got my physics degree from.
Yeah. And sometimes people are wrong. Even people, massive mathematic degrees or whatever, like they'll write down something, but then it might make perfect sense here, but that wasn't the thing that came out. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
There's lots of ways to go about.
Yeah, well, I think
about things.
Qualification is something that I always think about too, because like, should I get my electrical qualification? Should I study something at uni just to have the qualification because I'm interested in it? Because I don't know if it's something that later on I'm going to be like... It's like my old man, for example, right? He has fixed the fuck out of this house from top to bottom. We did the plumbing. We did get a plumber in at the same time, but that was just for the shit that needed to be insured, like drainage for bathtubs, things like that, second story. But then he'll build fucking wardrobes, he'll fucking build decks, we'll concrete, we'll do all these things, roller doors, whatever we need to do. But then he doesn't have any qualifications for his skills of trades, but I don't think it mattered he didn't need it. He never needed it. Maybe you only need it if it's part of your career. Maybe that's the only time you'll need the qualification. I'm just thinking, I'm just realizing that now.
100%. I've given that advice pretty recently to my wife's brother, my brother-in-law. Mm-hmm. He's just getting into high school. He has to pick his electives and stuff. And he's picking all the hardest ones, and he's pretty proud of himself about it. But like the reason he's done it is because that's what he's interested in. And he asked me, he was like, do you think it's worth like flunking on purpose so I can learn more? And I was like, well, it depends what you think you're going to get out of it. And straight away, I don't think you're going to get anything out of that. You've already learnt it. You know what I mean? Like, your next step of education will be you've found one of these elective things and you're going to learn more about it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about learning.
I know what you're saying, like redoing it so you're twice as good at it.
Yeah, you're not going to be twice as good at it.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be exactly where you are right at that point at the end when you're going to flunk.
Yeah.
You know?
He might have
the
said
reason you
twice
flunk
the
is
grade.
if you didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, yeah, exactly.
The only thing that would be twice would be the grade if he chooses, but that's because he chose to flunk it in the first place. Of course, it's going to be better the second time. He's done it twice. But from an education point of view, that's a terrible idea. Definitely a terrible idea.
Yeah. But like, I like where he was coming from with it. Like, it does make sense. But like, it's sort of what we were just saying. Like, the only thing you're gonna get out of anything you can learn in school, sort of thing, is what job you're gonna do eventually. You know what I mean? If you can figure out before then what job you want to do, then you can go specialize straight into that. But if you don't, you're just gonna learn. You know, it's just
I think
it's
that
what
too.
you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah,
everything.
School is important. Trying in school is important. One, for the idea of you learn how to learn. For everything that's wrong with the education system, for all the conspiracies, like the government's just creating a slave-minded people and things like that. You learn how to learn. That's the important thing. Yeah. But then it's only important if you really want to get into something straight away. Other than that, we both have every opportunity in the world to go do anything we ever want to do. You know what I mean? We didn't when we were 18. You can't be 18 and just roll straight out of school and be like, now it's time to go to Harvard.
Yeah.
But now we could go to Harvard. You know what I mean? We could get the loans to pay for the courses and get that fucking law degree we want. But I don't know. School's a difficult one for me because I never tried in school and I consider myself to be successful. The reason I'm successful is because I'm chasing ever knowing knowledge. That's what success is to me. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I think defining success is a big thing too. Like, I struggle with that. But, like, as far as I'm concerned, I just want to get to the point where I am in control of my own time and I can not take things for granted. It doesn't matter what they are.
Fucking another battery, eh? Let's fucking fix this up.
Yeah. Make anything, dude. I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was saying, we're talking about how education, and success, we're trying to define success. I think, I don't know, I will try and distinguish what success means to me, but at the moment I've got no idea. I don't know how to define success because success is so individual, eh? Everyone has their own version of it.
Yeah.
But do they really? Because in the end, you always hear the people who say, I spent too much time at work. I wish I didn't spend too much time on this. Maybe success is pursuing what you really want. Doing what you want might be success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's success for me. I think it is different for everyone. Like, actually, that's one thing people don't agree on at all, is what being comfortable is. You know what I mean? Like, and it's hard, even if you're, like, I'm in complete control of my time at the moment.
Yeah, it's cool.
Which is good, but it also is bad for many reasons. Like, it's like, when someone wants me to do something, does tell me to do something, it's like, fuck you, mate.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
That's
you know what I mean?
mad, but
There's a good and a bad to that, you know what I mean? If you listen to them, you're going to get something, and if you don't get anything. You're stuck with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how this even relates, but...
Doesn't need to.
Like...
Because I got points up in this.
Alex actually told me this quote. He said, how are you ever, like, gonna learn something from someone who's better if you can't learn from someone who's worse? And that's a big thing, because we were talking about mentors, and I was like, how do you even find a mentor? What is a mentor?
Yeah.
But it's because I do have that a little bit. Like, someone tells me how to do something, I'm like, bro, I'm fucking better than you. You know what I mean? Don't tell me how to do that.
I'll figure it out, yeah.
Yeah, I can figure it out, and when I figure it out, it's going to be better than what you're telling me. You know what I mean? I have that in my brain, but I deny it at every chance I get. Mm-hmm. And when I do, I'm completely surprised that I don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, people and your brain just will find something new. You'll learn every single time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that gives me a few points, actually, because that's one thing that I learned in my trade, especially in refrigeration. It also comes in... It comes in a little bit in electrical as well, but not as much. Electrical is really complicated. But in my trade, you can start to understand refrigeration, which is a very complicated thing, very quickly with the right mindset. But then through doing that, you have so much. To this day, there is even more now that I didn't know than I did in the beginning.
Yeah. Because
it's forever growing.
Yeah.
But you learn that the apprentice has got something useful to say every time, because it's not a mathematical equation you need to work out. It's not something always electrical, always mechanical, always articulate. It's something that is kind of not common sense, because common sense isn't common. It's knowledge. It's something that it's like accumulation of knowledge that everyone knows, that's spread up across many people. And that's something that an apprentice can teach me as a tradesman. So I kind of learned early on in the trade, this apprentice might have the answer today. You know, a service mechanic, we go out, I'm scratching my head going, bro, what the fuck? And then it might be as simple as the apprentice says, what's this thing do? And then it's like, get fucked, cunt. That's most likely what's wrong with it. You're a fucking genius. But on the other hand, it could be like, he just learnt that at TAFE. I didn't listen for that hour in TAFE. I fell asleep. I didn't go. I might have not even heard him properly.
Yeah.
And he will say something. It's like, bro, you just fixed the fucking issue. Good work. But mentors, as you were saying as well, I feel like are so important. Everyone's got to have mentors. And a mentor is just someone that you take inspiration off, influence off. Like Joe Rogan, he's probably our biggest mentor. Like fucking Dr. Huberman, he's a mentor. Yeah. These people are actually mentors. Even though you think, where do you find a mentor?
Yeah.
You've got mentors. You've got them.
Yeah.
I've considered myself to be very fortunate in mentor. And it's like, I also think as well, do you have an older brother, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met your older brother. Because you're a younger sibling, you might struggle to find mentors easier. Because I'm an older sibling, I've always looked for one.
Yeah.
I've always had a fight trainer. I've always had a boss, a coworker, a kid from the skate park, or someone.
Really, like, mentor, that's sort of what I was getting across, or what Alex was trying to get across. Like, you can't have a mentor if you're not willing to be a student. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that's what it's like. Like,
yeah, I guess
if you can't be a student, you're not going to have a mentor. But if you're willing to be a student and you ask someone, even someone who doesn't know a question, like, it's a mentor relationship. And it's like, that's something I struggle with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I actually notice it. Like, it's a good and a bad, because I'll figure out my own problems and keep stuff to myself. Mm-hmm. Other people aren't worried about me and stuff, but
a mentor is
it's sort of the same thing as I was saying about conversations, forcing just a random conversation. What's your favorite thing about this? Or my favorite thing is, how would you do this?
Yeah.
It's so it's actually like a full-on hack for building things. If you're with anyone, even someone who has no idea, build with Kobe. His name is. He's Zoe's.
Shout out to Kobe.
Shout out to Kobe, Zoe's brother. I build stuff with him all the time in the shed, and he comes over, and like, it's so interesting to see like thought process and real as it goes. Like you learn about yourself. I don't know.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying about an apprentice, bro. Like being a service tech, because every, like, I don't know how to explain it any better than
Everyone
you're
does
explaining
it
too.
different.
Yeah.
Like I asked that question sort of like I started asking it like not looking for the answer. I wanted them to agree with me. Like, oh, how would you do this?
You wanted to show him.
I wanted them to be like,
So
oh,
it's
I'll
almost like a
screw it in.
flex,
Or
yeah.
even I sort of got that question. I know exactly where I got that question. It was from one of my old bosses talking to this older bloke. Been in metal fabricating for years. Old Lebanese bloke. Doesn't really speak English, but has been doing the job for ages. And he did something wrong. And then the boss was like, came up to me, the apprentice, and was like, how would you do this, mate, if you were to weld this cap on? And I was like so flustered.
Yeah.
And he interjected and he's like, well, what you should be doing is you should tack this on, weld it, then polish it, and then weld this bit on. Otherwise, it's not going to be right. And that's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Richard didn't learn nothing. I got fucking scared. He's fucking... He seems like a dickhead to me and Richard, and you know what I mean?
He
It's
just grew
like,
his own ego, yeah.
Yeah. But if he did that with Richard, everyone learns something then. It's like, why did Richard go wrong?
Yeah.
So I can prevent it from happening in the future.
Even if he had have let you answer, you probably would have come up with something different, yeah. And it might have been a different way of anyone ever thinking.
And that's
of
another
it.
thing too. I don't know. I want to bring up, like, that's another muscle I'm good at. Like, doesn't even matter if I'm not experienced in the subject. I don't do the Dunning-Kruger effect. I try not to. Like, I look at stuff and I go like, what would a fresh set of eyes do to this?
Oh, yeah.
And someone's explaining something to me, I'll always interject and be like, what if they did it like this? And then usually they're like, well, that's fucking stupid. It won't work that way. Look, you know what I mean? Or it's like, oh, I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like an example. My dad, right? My dad's been excavating driving for 20 plus years now. He's absolutely, I don't know if you've ever met my dad, but
I definitely have.
this guy can
multiple times,
talk like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
He can talk your bloody ear off. I feel like I've heard all of his stories.
Yeah.
And I have to practice with him all the time. Like, don't cut him off because I don't know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
Even if I feel like it is the exact same story, he'll say it a little different and I learned a little more.
Yeah, I'm the same with my old man.
And like, yeah, this one time, he's drawing out, he's showing me how fucked up it is at work. And then he's got these machines here. And then it ended up getting to the conversation where he's literally drew his whole, like, construction site out. This person's over here. I'm like, well, why isn't that person just over here? He's like, oh, well, for this reason. And I was like, what if you parked your machine this way? And he's like, and then he just didn't say anything. He didn't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
I'm the sort of person where I'll acknowledge it. My dad's not.
Yeah.
You know, he's just shit.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, that's a mad idea. And anyway, he's on the phone later to his boss. Oh, what if we put the machine this way? You know, of course he's not going to bring me up. Oh, my son never even came.
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's just the muscle of mine. It's nothing to do with me being better. I'm definitely not better than him at the job.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know if that was going to work.
Yeah.
He can see the benefits that's going to bring. You know,
Well, that's awesome, bro, because that's something that I always want apprentices to gain, and that's confidence in one of my people I work with now. He says it to my brother. He's one of my brother's trainers at the moment. He tells him, back yourself. He'll say to him, can I trust you to go do this? And my brother, oh, you know, like I'll try. But I know what he's thinking. I know my brother, he's thinking, I want to be able to do it. I'm going to try my best, but I'm not as confident I'll be able to do it as good as you.
Yeah.
But then as he's gone, he says, hey, fucking go down there, do it. And then he's like, oh, and then he goes, back yourself up. You can fucking do it, back yourself up. And that's something that's that muscle that needs to grow. You need to grow the confidence and the skill set that I'm capable of doing it. I'm fucking capable of doing it.
Yeah, it's not even that, like, because you know if you can do something. You know what I mean? But everyone is
Self-critical.
they're not confident. You
Yeah.
know? It's like as an apprentice, this is a good lesson I learnt. Like, the tradesman at the time, Lewis, he was saying that, like, I asked him, do you think this is right? Like, should I be doing it like this? I was being an apprentice, and he was like, dude, you know if that's right. You don't need to ask me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if it's wrong, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that is something that's so true. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need your boss's approval for every little thing. And it's actually going to give you the opposite of what you think it is. Like, you think that if something does go wrong, at least it'll be his fault.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
But,
definitely
like,
it.
if nothing goes wrong, he can't take credit for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I've learned that skill as well, in the sense where it's like, I think my coworkers are understanding it. My old boss, he understood it, and my current ones are understanding it too. And I do like working on my own inside of a team, doing my own tasks, because I don't have as much experience as some of the older lads, but I know I'm definitely capable of doing my job, and I'm capable of doing it well, especially for my age and my level of experience. But then when I work with some people and they have a bit more experience, they say to me things like, "Nah, why are you doing it like this? Do it like this instead." And I just fucking have like a mental break, bro. Like I end up getting the shits, because it's like, we are both doing something. Let me do it my way.
Yeah.
When I want to, I'm gonna come to you and ask for advice,
Yeah.
which is what I also have the skill of doing. I'm pretty set in my ways, but then when I have the experience walk past, I might say, before I've started, if I've already started, don't stop me, because I'm not changing it. I'll catch him, hey, I was going to do this. What do you think? And then they might, usually a bit of ego comes in. It's like, oh, you know, you could do it like this. And then I might say, yeah, but, you know, how about
if you
this?
didn't say anything, it would be like, well, good job, bro. I wouldn't have even done it like that. You know what I mean?
Not in
Like,
my trade. No, not in my trade.
Oh,
In
yeah,
my
yeah.
trade, it's you put two fridges in a room, nothing will get done.
Yeah.
Because they both have their way of doing it. But I've also learnt now, some people understand me and they just don't even talk to me about it. But then other people, I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll say, look, I'm happy to just fucking stop. We'll do it your way. I trust you. You've got more experience. You'll obviously have a quicker way of doing it. But at the same time, I'm trying to get to the level of skill where I don't need someone to stop me. I want that feeling you've got. I want to figure that out on my own.
Yeah.
But then other times I just can't help it, and it's like,
It's really like, it's because the person you're communicating with isn't trying to flex that muscle. You know, they're not.
they're trying to help. That's what they're
Yeah,
trying to do.
they're not allowing themselves to be a student. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's really hard when you're trying to, when you've got a solution that you want to get across,
Yeah.
and you know, like, I'm talking to an old bloke, he's not gonna fucking listen to me.
Yeah. Well,
And it's like,
I think they get me. I think they're starting to get me, because I've been there for a bit over 6 months now. Maybe, yeah, just over 6 months. So they know to talk to me. Say we have to have 2 people on a task to get it done quicker. And I've already planned it all out in my head, and I've started to mark things out that I'll do this. And I'll say, I'm already planned this out. We'll do it this way. And then I'll hear them, and they're actually winning. They're beating me in my own game, because they're like, oh yeah, we can do it that way. Yeah, there's no, it's like, not like it's going to be a problem, but I can hear that little bit of curiosity now, getting intrigued, like, what was the way you were going to do it? And then I'd say a lot of the time now, I'm happy to submit to their ideas, because they've played me.
yeah,
But that's what I need. I don't want someone to tell me what to do. I need someone to offer me a better way to do it if I'm willing to do it. You
Yeah.
know?
100%.
That's the best way for anyone. If you ever want to get through to me, don't tell me what to do. Offer me a better option and show me it's a better option, and then let me decide whether I want to do it or not, because I will do the better way.
Yeah.
someone tells me don't do something, I'm going to do it 100% of the time. I've always been that person.
Yeah.
And you led me to a point before, actually, and it was about working for yourself and having all the time management freedom that everyone wants. But I did notice in myself when I just had 10 days off, I went crazy. I remember it was like fucking 11:30, 12 o'clock at night one day, and I'm just like, it's a bit of a full circle back to before, where it's like I had an idea, maybe should I go for a run, and then I thought I don't want to do it, and I was like, great, well now I have to fucking do it. So force myself out of my own comfort zone, but that's not a fucking normal thing to do. You don't go for a run at midnight. I did it because like I had too much freedom. I didn't have a set time I had to wake up the next day. I like discipline. I like it a lot. I need it. I need to have boundaries which I can manipulate. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I wonder how it is for your own. Do you face much challenge and obstacle? Because I grow in obstacle.
Yeah. For sure, dude. Like, that's something that, like, running a business like mine, like, you just have to figure it out. If something goes wrong, there's no one to blame but yourself, no one around to help. And it's just like, oh, well, fuck, I just got to cut this whole thing apart.
Yeah.
I've got to think about how I'm going to fix it. And I do. I figure it out. I just look at it for long enough, or I do something else. It's like, fuck, don't think about that. And I actually am thinking about it. You know what I mean? It's Athena just gives me the idea. And I just, it's hard. It really is, like, hard to stay motivated and stuff.
That's the one thing that I think, because motivated, I've learned
when it's not right in front of you.
Well, I think the motivation for me isn't real. I don't even know if that word is used too much as a society or not, because motivation for me is something that is so fucking minute. I've barely ever been motivated.
Right? Like, the motivation for me when something goes wrong, it's like, fuck, this person's paid me already. Like, this is the material. I have to give him a finished project, or I'm gonna have to fucking give him his money back. Fuck, I already spent it all. I just fucked it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the motivation. It's really hard to find motivation when there isn't someone you're trying to please yourself. You know. And that's just. There's literally no way to do it. You can't.
But I think even that word of motivation, like, I don't know if that is the right word. We all use it, but for me, motivation is something you're looking at it like responsibility. Like, I think that's a good part of life too, responsibility. Yeah. But motivation is like getting something done that you didn't have to do. That's motivation. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking. I don't know, I'm going to win a marathon this year. You have the motivation in the beginning. Yeah. Like, but everything after that is not motivation, that's discipline. Motivation is so rare.
I guess you're right, eh? Because I was just about to say, like, it's not motivating, because motivation isn't something you can train.
No, it's not something a rare thing, bro.
It's something you get.
Yeah.
It's not, but like, discipline is something you can train. Like, I am disciplined in that thing. Like, if I'm doing something, even if I did it completely well, I'll still try to go that little bit extra for the customer. You know what I mean? And that's, I was about to say, like, I'm motivated to do that because it's going to help. But like, no, that's my discipline. I've taught myself that.
Yeah.
Like,
but even then, like, that is discipline, the act of continuing doing it. But the extra bit you put in, I think that would be more like, that's the discipline is the consistency. That's what I consider discipline to be, consistency. The extra bit you put in is love. That's love. That's something that can't be explained. That's one of those things that everyone's trying to attain. I think, I'm curious, what do you have that's the consistency? That's probably a better word I'm looking for, because consistency, I think, something everyone should do. Is there something that you need to do at least once a week, at least once a day? Like, if not, I think it's something that everyone should have in their life, because consistency equals discipline, and discipline equals freedom. When you understand what it's like to fully be stuck in a situation that you are not letting yourself get out of, you now have freedom of not dwelling on the fact that you didn't. You know what I mean? You never have that moment, and I'm practicing it. You never have the moment of, of regret because you've always done what needs to be done 100% of the time. You know what I mean? When you have no discipline, you don't really have, you kind of, as you say, you have the time freedom, but time freedom's like, for me, it's scary because you're always thinking, what should I be doing? What should I be doing?
Yeah.
Freedom comes from knowing you've done everything that needs to be done and there's nothing left to worry about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying there.
I think everyone should do at least a self, like some kind of self-defense, some kind of gym, some kind of stick to some kind of diet or have something that they're trying to do. If not weekly, even monthly. Content's a great one. That's why you should stay consistent with content because one video a month is a challenge, especially a vlog type one or a how-to video, something like that. That's challenge. But when you stick to that, I think that's freedom. I think that's the true definition of freedom.
You're completely right. Like, that is the struggle. Like, because I don't have consistency, I don't know when it's ending. You know what I mean? I keep myself up all night thinking about a project until it's done, and then it's done. You know, but if I was...
You got a deadline.
You know, if you got a deadline, you know when it's going to end, and you can, Like, I don't. I'm consistently inconsistent.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never heard that. That's
like,
awesome.
without a doubt. Like,
that's me with my diet, bro.
But I've got so many things in my life, you know what I mean? If anything, I guess I am pretty consistent. You know what I mean? I'm consistently making stuff and improving myself.
Yeah.
I'm pretty driven, you know what I mean? But
I knew that for a fact. I knew that.
Think,
I knew that as soon as you came with the gift, I knew straight away he's still hustling. He's still out there making shit every day. He's still out there. If not every day, every fucking second, third day. Like, that is discipline. That is consistency.
I've taken too far and I sort of need to draw back a bit. Like, I've gotten comfortable with the fact that fun things can work for me. You know what I mean?
But that's
actually the good. That's the good.
Yeah.
That's the good work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, if I'm enjoying myself, I know I'm gonna see something good out of this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
But that's what it's like. And I don't think back off on that. I wish I had that. I don't have that. I never think what I'm doing is fun, except for this. This is fun.
Yeah,
I get to work, and I love going to work.
I'm sort of trying to say, like, if you can find stuff, if you can make work fun, or like the things that are fun to you, like, I love making stuff and problem solving. It's like how my mind works anyway, and all of my things that satisfy me, I get it from that. Like, once a project's done and I get to use it, like when we're out on your deck, it's like, fuck yeah, you're just sitting there. It's like, it's all done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, but I hear, but I think I kind of fucking opened my own thought to freedom a little bit when I said freedom comes from discipline. I'm wondering
and consistency,
No, but I'm thinking maybe
it feels like that. I'm not very free, even though I'm completely free, because I don't have like.
But
there's stuff I'm trying to create.
Yeah, but like, that's actually back to what I was about to say up even more, because you find the most freedom and satisfaction post or even during the struggle. You know what I mean? It's actually the struggle that is the best part. It's the working it out. It's the problem solving. Like in an outside perspective, looking at someone do that, they're not a free person. They're a slave to their own fucking process. But that's really what freedom is. And now I'm realizing we have a freedom of nation, right? We have a freedom of speech, freedom of democracy. But that is actually within certain parameters. If we didn't have laws like fucking no murder, no rape, no fucking stealing, no fucking things like that, we wouldn't have a free society. A free society is because we are stuck within a certain discipline in which we have to follow consistently.
Yeah, it's a not fun way to think. Like, it's a productive way to think. Like, without a doubt, like being inconsistent when you do things, it really like doesn't let you stop. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, like when I was making your gift today, I spent a couple hours on it. It's pretty dodgy, honestly.
No, I
you
love
love
it.
it. I know you do. It
love
came
it.
out pretty good, but like, it's full thrown together. You know, I was like, it's a
Yeah.
good idea. Oh, I could do that. Threw it up in a couple hours. But then when I finished it, I was like, this is awesome. Just sat it down. I was like, now I just sit around
Yeah,
until
now what?
I'm going to Doxy's house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, now I'm free.
Yeah.
And I actually felt that. Like, oh, now I got nothing to do.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about work or nothing. I
Yeah.
didn't do anything today. I just had the day off.
Nice.
But like, yeah, I love those moments, and it always comes from it's
The
after
post-feeling.
struggle. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not something you can find. You're not looking for that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like at work. I fucking love going to work. I'm feeling way better today, but I've been fucking dog shit all week. Like I haven't had any flu-like symptoms. Nah, symptoms I probably have, but I haven't had any discoloration of phlegm or fucking nothing. I haven't been cough, like nothing's bad. I just feel like shit. That's why I'm comfortable going back to work, so I'm not giving it to anyone. I do this every year. Whenever it goes from a hot weather to a cold night,
Dude,
I'm fucked.
we must have the same body ache.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what happens to me too.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And yeah, I just do shit anyway. I
Me
can't
too,
help
bro.
it.
I've been working, and by last night I went to work fucking pissed off because I'd done nothing every day but sleep. I maybe have an hour to post what I need to post or call back who I need to call back.
Yeah.
But even now, I've got too much shit on my phone that I need to do, and it's annoying because I'm usually on top of it straight away.
Yeah, and you've been not doing it.
Oh,
So,
I haven't been
like,
training. I haven't been seeing my
yeah,
mates.
it's weird
I've been-
how the more you do,
the better
the
I
more
feel,
you can
bro.
get done.
The better I feel. Like
yeah,
I've proven
it's easier
it
to
this
do
year.
things once you've done a million things.
Yeah.
You know, not only because like you literally get experience, but it's like having a cold shower in the morning.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel better later in the day too, not just straight afterwards.
Yeah.
Like that's scientifically proven.
Yeah.
And that's how everything works. Like, the harder you have to go at it, the better it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Nothing good comes easy. That's what I always tell
Yeah.
myself. If it's
Without a
easy,
doubt.
it's not worth doing. I proved it to myself this year. I told myself maybe at the end of I told myself in December, maybe November last year, I'm gonna fucking try as hard as I can at everything I'm gonna do. And it's like I genuinely envy sometimes having some time to fuck around. While I've been sick, it's been sick because it's like I get to like lay in bed as I fall
Justify it.
asleep and watch a Netflix doco, you know, it's fucking 10 hours of Michael
that
Jordan.
part of your brain comes up like,
I got
get
time.
up, can't it? But it's just like, oh, I'm sick.
But I can't. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sick,
fucked.
bro.
I'm fucked. But
Yeah, I love
I've-
that excuse.
and it's like I'm not going to try not to sound like I'm flexing because I'm really not. But it's like last night I worked, got home today, called back a few people I had to call back, couldn't help myself watch that Full Send podcast, and then I went to sleep for 3 hours. I had to have that Zoom call meeting today. Messaged you back, got an extra 1 hour, and then I was tired as fuck. But now, and then after this, I'm going to meet up with the TAFE mates, and then tomorrow's fucking shit already. But there's nothing better for me than that. I might get tired. I might be, especially after work, I was fucked. I worked my ass off.
Yeah, and there's nothing worse than getting in the trap of being like, oh, fuck, I have to do this shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Oh, now I have to go do that. I get myself in that all the time.
Yeah. But that is what I'm in, so I'm not angry at it.
Yeah.
It's like, I have to go to the city tonight and see them. But it's like,
No, you want to.
but
you
that's
know,
I tell myself it's my job. I never complain that I go to work. I did a lot for a long time, but now I convinced myself that I love working, which I do because I see the benefits that come out of it. But
Yeah.
now I tell myself everything's my job. I have to I can't be fucked most times even fucking get home and having a shower, bro, but I have to. It's my job. Can't be fucked brushing my teeth. It's my job. Can't be fucked going to the gym. It's my job. Everything's my job. And now I just feel free, bro. I feel free.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's sort of what I was saying about, like, if you can make your work fun or, like, you know what I mean? You enjoy that. Even though, like, you enjoy not enjoying something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
you enjoy the fact that you you did it. You know what I mean? Like it's subconscious,
and it's
like,
also
you can take pride in it.
egotistical, bro.
Yeah.
It's pride. I can
I've
be
always
like,
said
fuck
that.
yeah, I've done this. Like,
if
shut
you're
up,
a good
shut up,
person, it's
cunt.
because
What are
you're
you tired
selfish.
about?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Being a selfish person and is got a weird connotation to it, but really, if you're a good person, being selfish is very good.
Yeah.
Like it's in your best interest to be nice to your mates and be angry at someone who's being a dickhead. You know what I mean? It's in your best interest.
it's like the saying, charity is a gift you give yourself. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
Because that is what you're saying. Selfish is being nice. You're giving your money to someone else.
Yeah, I didn't make you. That's a weird thing to think of, actually. I did give you a gift. And I didn't make that because I want you to like me more. I made that for you.
You feel better doing something for me. I think that's normal. I think that's the sharing of love. That's the sharing of
what I was
appreciation.
saying, I sort of just realized I don't always practice that, you know what I mean? Like, I do give gifts unselfishly, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes you can, being selfish and doing something that's not, is like, it's,
I know what you're saying. I think selfish is a good thing as long as you're sharing that selfish love. You gotta love someone. I used to say this on the podcast a lot. I haven't said it in a while, but you can't love anyone or anything unless you love yourself. So that's my main focus: learning to love myself as much as I can, and then that wraps it back to I can't love myself if I could be doing more for myself. When I give up vaping, I love myself a lot more. I just love vaping more than me at the moment. You know, that little part of it.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
That little part of it. Yeah.
Life's tricky like that, you know?
Yeah.
The good stuff is the bad stuff.
Yeah, bro.
And the bad stuff is the good stuff.
Yeah.
And the little things are the big things.
Yeah.
And the big things don't mean shit.
Yeah, I know. Like a
fucked
wedding,
up,
like
eh?
a wedding day. You know what I mean? It's all this money. Like if people go out, people spend $250,000 and shit. I was just having a chat with my other mate about that, but like that means nothing, bro. It's a day. It's the little things. It's the conversations you have in the morning. It's that things. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's something I heard last night watching a movie with my missus, and we both looked at each other and went, oh, that's sweet. Like, because me and my missus, we didn't have a big wedding or anything. We just got eloped.
Yeah.
Or however the term is for that.
I think eloped is the term. Is there another term?
I think that's just the wrong grammar for it. It's not eloped. It's probably eloping or I don't know. We did an eloping, and like that. It doesn't need to be a special day because every day is special with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every day is special. That was no different. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a nice gesture.
I don't doing everything. It's just not. If that is how you want to show your love and stuff, or you know, I think it's fine. But it's, to me, it's
unnecessary.
Yeah, it's like it's the opposite of fucking, I don't know.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying.
I completely get what you're saying. It's amazing that you fucking found someone that you're just able to love endlessly. So, do you think...
I'm so lucky, dude.
Lucky.
It's weird, eh?
I didn't know if that was offensive.
My life just sort of goes good for me, you know?
Yeah.
Bad stuff does happen. But for some reason, I just think about it good.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just weird how lucky I am. Like, me and my missus, we feel the same way about that. You know what I mean? It's just like...
Well, that is
we found each other so young, so lucky. But really, it's just cause and effect. Like, we're both good people, and we both love each other. All that's going to happen out of that is more, you know what I mean? It's just like...
And I'm sure you have your issues, you have your arguments, like.
Yeah, and we're both just human.
But you're a problem solver. You're not gonna allow something to be broken. You're gonna continuously fix things like a fucking 3D printer.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. I'm that sort of person, and that's where we got lucky. Like, she's not like me at all. You know what I mean? We've got stuff in common, more like our values and stuff, but like, gosh, I don't like any of the TV she watches. Fucking, she couldn't pick up a hammer if she tried. You know, no, she can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though? Like, she's exactly opposite to me, and that is what I love about her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She completes me. You know,
Yeah.
it's a bit weird to say.
Well,
But, like,
she's the parts you're missing.
Yeah.
That's so fucking dope, bro. I'm getting back now into fucking wanting to fucking fall in love again, straight up. It's been a fucking rocky journey for me, but I consider myself to be Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother. I've always thought it, even when I've been in long-term relationships. It's like, I'm not Marshall. You're Marshall and Lily. You've seen How I Met Your Mother? No. Oh, well, Marshall and Lily, they're the couple. They've always been the couple. They're the couple that everyone wants to be, and everyone's looking for them. And Teddy finds his love, but it's not. It's all everyone knows. It ain't Marshall and Lily. You know what I mean? And now I've been in a path where it's like, fuck it, I'm fucking over it. Been like that for a while now.
Yeah, and everyone wants to be. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I can see everyone wants to be Marshall and Lily.
Yeah.
But the worst people to ask are Marshall and Lily.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that is weird. Like, I've been with her for so long. Like, it's basically my first girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I had girlfriends before, but it was school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Yeah.
As soon as even as a young bloke, like, we met when we were like 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just knew that she was just perfect, eh? Like, me and her were just
meant to be.
Yeah. I always just knew.
I say
that to
amazing.
her sometimes, like, I knew.
Yeah.
Even when I was a young bloke, I just knew one day we're gonna be here.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
Yeah, that's fucking so dope, bro. It's inspiring because it's like...
Yeah. But I can't give advice. Like, you know what I mean? None of my friends right now are really in a committed relationship. Oh, yeah, Alex is. But, you know what I mean? People ask me and it's just like, fuck, bro, I don't know. I got lucky as fuck.
Yeah, lucky is a perfect word for it.
And like,
but it's also...
If you want to ask me how do you stay in a relationship, or I've been with my missus for this long and now I don't do that, I've probably thought about that shit too, but fuck.
Yeah.
I'm so lucky, because I would be so shit at dating and shit.
Oh, like, it's a mission, cunt. It sucks. I hate doing it. It's so shit. Dude. You're so lucky. That's one thing you're even luckier for, not having to date. Like, it's like, meet a girl and she's got good banter. She's fucking fun to talk to for a period of time. But then I think, like, am I going to go hang out there on Friday night? I can't see the TAFE boys. Yeah. I don't have time to see her on Saturday. I don't have time to see her on Sunday. And I work every other night. Like, when the fuck am I going to... Fuck. And then the free time where it's like, this is the time I could devote to spending with someone. Is that person worth me fucking spending my time with? I haven't found that person yet where it's like... And I'm about to open up actually a little bit. I haven't done this on the podcast before, but it was something I was thinking yesterday, so I may as well say it. My first relationship was my first relationship. It was like serious and it was love. It was blinding. It was just in my head what it was always going to be. And it was a long relationship. And then I kind of think to myself, my second, don't get me wrong, I know this person's listening. My second relationship, the love was exactly the same. I still had just as much love. I'm just referring to the first one. I kind of am chasing that, but that is not the person I was with. The person I was with at that time, I don't like the person they are today. I was blinded by the poor lack of character this person had. I'm confident in saying that. But I want that feeling that I had in the beginning where you were unable to see the flaws and the problems again. And I think I think that person exists, but they have flaws. I just won't be able to see them. You know what I mean? That's what I'm fucking getting at.
It's the person you're willing to look past it for.
Yeah,
you know?
That's exactly right. The person I'm willing to put up with their shit for the rest of my life for. If things never get better, I'm happy with that. That's what I'm after.
No, that's one thing, dude. Like, the only thing you can affect in this world is yourself. You know what I mean? You can only thing you can change, and that's just one thing that is true. Like, if I don't like something my missus is doing, the last thing, or anyone, the last thing you can do is tell them.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're right. You know what I mean? Including yourself. Like, and they don't want to be wrong, and they'll fight tooth and nail to not be wrong. And even if you prove them wrong,
you can't open people's mind. If you can't open people's mind.
Even then, like, now you've given them like a complex. Like now they're like, oh, I can't trust myself. You know what I mean? Or fuck you. You know what I mean? It's not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you act in a way
Of self-benefit.
of like you change yourself, like it's a weird thing to say. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like
feeling it. It'll ripple out.
if you, let's say you're hanging out with someone and they just fucking lazy as fuck, you know what I mean? Every time you go around, fucking it's messy as, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Telling them anything different, unless it's like a big perfect moment where they're gonna change their mind, only gonna dig them deeper. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you, don't tell me what to do. I don't need you as a friend. And now they got no friends, and now they're fucking
And now they get worse.
and worse. But if they come to your house and it's fucking spotless,
Yeah.
they don't want to be you, but now they're like thinking about themselves. You know, they're gonna change themselves because that's all that they're the only one that can change themselves. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you can only affect people by
Well, that's
yourself.
love
You know
yourself,
what I mean?
bro. That's perfect. That's
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson's rule. One of the rules. If you want to fix the world, get your house in order.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah, that is so
I love
true.
that guy, Jordan Petersen.
I fucking love him
I
too.
love him. I'm so glad I share his last name.
Yeah, that is mad, bro. I didn't even put two and two together. You share his initials, bro. You said,
Not even.
I thought his name was fucking Jordan B. Peterson. And for some reason, I put that together as Zach Peterson. I don't know where I got the fucking Z
I got
from.
the same last name. It's spelled differently. My last name has an E in it.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
But
He just did a Joe Rogan about 20 episodes ago. It was fucking
where he was wearing
unreal.
that double suit.
Yeah,
that was a good.
That was one of the
episode.
most powerful things I've ever listened to. The way he was talking about fixing the world, bro, was fucking motivating.
Dude, I love the way that guy can talk.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Yeah, when he does his lectures, he doesn't even know what he's gonna say.
Yeah,
he freestyles his lectures.
Perfect. Like he's just so. It's inspiring. It's like,
And
fuck,
it's
man.
kind of like that
That's
muscle.
the fruits of your labor.
Yeah,
like, you
it's
can
that
just
muscle.
Talk and it's just like beautiful.
Because I notice it with
Everything you say
myself.
is just
Sometimes
massive words.
sometimes I'll
I
say
wish.
something and then I'll end up like, damn. You know what I mean? Like I didn't even mean to get there.
Yeah.
But he preaches that to the masses. Like let's talk about boats, bro. It doesn't even matter. And in the end, it's like fucking Noah's Ark or something.
Some
you know?
massive fucking
Fucking-
conundrum. Yeah.
Dope, bro. I love him.
Yeah,
I
I
love
love that guy.
Russell Brand.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
a fucking
watch
hero.
A bit of his shit.
I love Russell Brand. He's one of those people too where I listen to him speak. I'm like, yeah, there's levels to intelligence. There's levels.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even consider him on the same sort of thing. Or Duncan Trussell.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, he's sort of like them two mixed.
yeah. He is.
Just he's further out. Like he's not talking the truth, but like
He's
what
talking
he's saying is
conspiracy, yeah.
true. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, he's just like he's the king of fried thinking in my brain. Like he
100%.
just can just go and just be like, fucking the demons come in. And then
Yeah, and that it's true. What he's saying
it's
is
not
true.
even that it's true.
But it is, bro. It
It's
really
it's
is.
not the truth. It's just like awesome. It's just like your
Yeah.
brain's just awesome.
Well, that's a question. Let's ponder on. What do you think is more accurate? The truth, stating something is true, or stating something is false without proof? One of them has to come first. Is something true until proven wrong, or is something false until proven right? Because I believe the truth is the proof in the pudding. If you say something is true, it has to be proven false, and otherwise it's true. And that's why when I hear Duncan Trussell say things like it's a demon spirit coming and grabbing you and dragging you back down when he's referencing cigarettes, then that's true. You know, it's true. It's just, you can't prove it, bro. You can't prove it wrong, so it has to be true. Just because you can't prove something right doesn't mean it's not true. It's exactly like what we were saying before, law of attraction.
Yeah.
It's true, even though you can't prove it.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
actually, you can prove it
Oh, yeah, true.
if you know what I mean. But it sort of proves it. But disproving it, like if you think, I don't know, like
I think truth is,
it's subjective,
bro.
sort of a lot of stuff like that.
yeah.
Like,
And here's another thing. I just watched that What is a Woman documentary by Matt Walsh. He goes around, he's trying to find the answer to fucking transgenderism. And he's sitting down with all these spastics, bro. Like these fucking idiots that are indoctrinating children and doing crazy shit. And one of the ladies, she says something like, well, that's my truth. That's their truth. And then he's like, but what about the truth? No, I'm talking about my truth. And he's like, but there's only one truth. I don't know if I agree with that. That's one of the most profound parts of the doco, but it's like, that's the same thing as that guy walking down the street, eyeing off that guy, thinking like, who's going to bitch out of this footpath battle? But that doesn't mean that what he's thinking isn't true. That's his truth.
Yeah.
It's just not the other guy's truth. There's
I
only
think
one
maybe
truth, and that's that they're walking past each other. That's the truth.
Yeah, I was sort of saying the same thing earlier, like, about Nick Avocado, like, that it's objectively wrong, but, like, you know, that means that it's the same thing, like, it's not.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
You know, it depends on it's up to you. Just fucking,
Yeah.
I think it's good to be set in your ways sometimes, but, like, just being willing to change your truth, what you think is the truth, is the main thing, you know what I mean? But some stuff is real, you know what I mean? Like, I think there is objectively truths.
Individual truth, it's just, that's the complicated thing.
Yeah.
That's the complicated thing.
Yeah, my truth, your truth. I don't like that sort of stuff. That's like Fauci saying, I'm the science, you know what I mean? There isn't any truth to be had here. There is no...
Oh, there is no truth.
You know what I mean? There is no truth.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
There is no
It's
truth.
subjective. You know, it's because it's subjective, it is right and wrong. Like,
I've never, ever, that has not occurred to me once in my life. There is no truth. And Matt Walsh says, I'm not talking about your personal truth or whatever you're saying. I'm talking about the truth.
yeah.
There is no fucking truth. Like, because some people might think that, and this is, let me just state for a fact that I think this is wrong. But like, say in a extremist Muslim country, and this is not a practice of Muslim belief, but like where they'll cut like a girl's clitoris off when they're born or something horrific.
Something crazy, yeah.
It's our truth that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But then it's not wrong to think that they think it's right.
Yeah.
It's wrong that they think it's right from my truth.
Yeah.
But it's not wrong to think that they think it's right.
Yeah. And I am sort of on both sides of that.
Yeah.
You know, I sort of want to give him some credit for that. Like, it is true. Like, you shouldn't cut off a clitoris. You know what I mean? Like, that is bad.
Yeah.
But it's like, if it's right to him, I feel like you know, it's just
well, that as a metaphor. Well, we're using that as a metaphor. I'll just throw that to anyone else listening.
I think that it still is, you can throw anything in there.
Yeah,
the transgender issue.
We'll
all
say
that
eating
stuff,
donuts every day. Is that easier one? Eating donuts every day.
Yeah.
It's, if you believe that is right, that it's right. But if you don't, then it's also
eating
right.
Donuts every day, it's not. You're going to get... Yeah, I can eat donuts every day and not drink any water. I'll still be alive in 50 years.
And
That's not true.
And you at least eat something. Yeah,
That's
true.
not true.
But
That is wrong.
But it's like smoking causes cancer. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that smoking doesn't cause cancer. Smoking can cause cancer. You know? Yeah, I think that in reality, everyone, and I guarantee you have this thought as well, everyone should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do, whenever the fuck they want to do it, as long as what they're doing isn't bringing anyone else physical or emotional, personal harm.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know what? I think that already exists. Like, people, you literally can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
yeah.
And you just got to deal with the consequences. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what I say too. Yeah. All right.
that's mad.
I don't want to wrap it up, bro. But
I know.
Lengthy
for
episode.
ages.
We'll check how long it is after this. But
You there fucking editing it hard.
I got one final question that you've probably heard me ask before, but it's just in case someone needs to hear it. As we were saying, everyone's in their own head, so maybe they need to hear the way you say it. What's some advice you would give to someone if they came to you for some advice because they were feeling depressed, mostly because they were just feeling lost?
My advice, guess depends on the person, but like how I get through that sort of thing, is like, yeah, it's hard to say, but like it really holds true for me. Like, making stuff, doesn't matter if it's like something you're actually building or you're like trying not to be sad or whatever. It's hard to say that. But like, there's always an ugly phase when you're building something. Like, it isn't done yet. And that's my only advice to people when they're building something, or if they're sad. Like, you're not there yet. You know what I mean? Don't beat yourself up. You haven't reached it yet. Like, it's in its ugly phase. And I don't know.
No, that's a fucking good way to say it. I haven't heard that as an example. Is just going through that moment, it just as if you were in the middle of building something that's the shit part. You know what I mean? You'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the way we're both able to articulate a theoretical, emotional problem to a physical, actual thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we both sort of have that muscle. We're fucking fried thinkers, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely fried fingers. Well, I love the answer, and I fucking have loved this episode. I loved every part of
It was
it.
mad, dude. I can't wait to come back.
Yeah, I love the fucking gift you brought me. I love our friendship. I love the skate dogs.
I love you too, Docs.
Yeah, I love you
This
too,
is
bro. It was a fucking good hangout. It's a good excuse to catch up, eh?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
That
Fuck yeah.
feeling I had at the start is completely gone. Just for anyone who's coming on next, like, I just feel great right now. It feels like I've accomplished something.
Yeah,
it's good.
beautiful.
And I've just been sitting here talking.
Fuck yeah, oh, I love it. Oh, thank you very much for your time, bro, and appreciate you coming over.
Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't start, I ain't tripping, I'm a stunt.